As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Yeah, I had a little technical glitch right as the show started, but I nipped her in the bud and got her going. What do you think about that? Give you a test. So we're back here again, evaluating frickin' frack. The main mission was MindSHOT, but we already demonstrated beyond any shadow of a doubt that his MindSHOT. He's going to be providing some color commentary, but I've about had my fill of him. So we'll see how far I let his leash go before I just hammer on him. I'll just pull a bunch of fives on him, and then we'll get down to frickin' frack, because that's really, you know, the clown show we want to deal with. It's been a while, but it's good to do it again. See how your average skanking foul baltard handles their baltard in religion? Yeah, frickin' frack. You'll see them here in a couple minutes. We're going to ease on into it. So how's everyone doing? Let's see how many people. 22? Come on. Huey, why did you say Earth curve isn't exponential? Because squared functions aren't exponential, they're squared. Is he frick or frack? No, you got two of them, frick and frack. And then you got the color commentator mind dump. So this is really, it initially started to expose MindSHOT, MindSTOMPED, mind dump, and we really taken him through the jagger bushes and the cacti. So he's finished. No science acumen. He doesn't know what logical fallacies are, clearly. He's geometrically illiterate. And I'm thinking that he's real close to the mental status of Josh. He's frack. Yeah, frag grenades, yeah. Isn't that redundant? Well, no, it wouldn't, because you got smoke grenades and other types of grenades, so you're still good. We good, Wolverine? Okay, you understand? Yeah, that it's not exponential, it's squared function, yep. It's minor, but still important. We want to be hyper-specific and accurate. That's why we're here. Yeah, just to give you an update on my status, I was getting my bow and everything in line for the start of the season, which started today, by the way. I woke up this morning, looked at the temperature, 2 degrees. Then I checked the wind chill, and it was 15 degrees below zero. I said, I don't think I'm going to be shooting anything. I wouldn't be shooting anyway, because it took 2 bow shops and 3 bow techs, actual professionals, to render my bow inoperable. If you can believe it. Yes, sir. I got incompetent Fruit Loops everywhere around me. Yeah, they're baltards, but obviously. Yep. So I put on the refrigerator as part of my refrigerator rules. Nobody will be touching my bow besides me and my best friend. He's going to pull all of his equipment and bring it down into my garage. But I got to wait for new strings, because one of the techs accidentally clipped my string. He didn't clip the string. He clipped the cable. Yep, so I can't shoot it. Bow darts. Hey, Bear, please. That's pretty good, by the way. Yep. So that's my status. I guess I could just chill out and make some arrows here over the next couple weeks until my strings come in, and then me and a buddy, we're going to deal with my bow. And that's the only 2 people ever going to touch it again. Clowns. Just ass clowns. So, yeah, I had to vent. I'm sorry. So it's got me in the mood, though. It's got me in the right mood to go forth into frickin' frack and MindSHOT. Yeah, let's see how many people we got. Let's see if we can get underway. Philly QE, I parroted your Black Swan presentation on my channel. Cool. I didn't know you had a channel, Philly. Yeah, I don't have a problem. That's why all that information's out there, dude. Just make sure you master the arguments, and it's not going to take you. You're pretty quick on the uptake. It doesn't take that much to master the arguments, and that includes the arguments on the website also. The only one that isn't on there just yet is the slope-a-dope. But just pull up the slope-a-dope. I think that's the easiest one. Right? But that's the mission. That's why I did all those things, so you can do that. So they're arrows in your quiver, so to speak. So yeah, I want you to use them and make them your own. Well, thank you, Billy Phil. Yeah, it's a good website. Yep. Not too much fluff. I'd say no fluff at all. It just gets right down to it. 1, 2, 3, ABC. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Hardcore. Yeah. I don't like fluff. Never did. Well, it just depends on how you say it and where you're from. It could be quiver or quiver. Let's see what we got. Hopefully no more technical glitches. Everything looks 5x5. Check. All right, let's see. Let's get this video, and we're going to roll right into it. Go. All right, we got Frick over here and Frack down here, who's mentally handicapped. And given the color commentary is going to be MindStomp. As usual, if you watch the first 2 episodes, then you know how this runs. I mean, we're on part 3. And like I said, I've just about had enough of Mind Dump. He's a moron. I mean, like I said, he's got the mentality of this guy down here. He's really close. And that's why he sympathizes with him. You'll be hearing that again, I'm sure, on this one. On this episode. And probably throughout. Because he's mentioned it like 25 times already. I think we got the picture that we shouldn't be, or Nathan and Patrick should not be picking on him because he's mentally handicapped. All right, you know what? Let me check back. Sorry, guys. We'll get right to it. Back and make sure. Yeah, we got Flatsy out here. YouTube. Yeah, we got enough people to police the chat, so police yourselves out here, man. Come on. Keep it cool. You guys are usually pretty good, so it's just a little self-created drama. I'm just stalling. All right. Get that. And let's see right here. That should be good. 5x5. It should be going out. You guys are hearing me. You should hear them. Let's test it. Pull it up again.
Okay. And so, but we're talking about to our horizon, which the amount of curvature.
Let's go back.
But we're talking
pull
about
a couple fivers.
Okay.
On a flat plate. That's because elevation angle measurements can.
Now, remember the elevation angle measurements, which Nathan just exposed these idiots to, they still don't understand it. And MindStomp, which he crashed and burned $6 million man style the last time. If you missed the last episode, check the last episode. That's what we're starting at right now. All right, so you're all up to date. Let me check. No complaints. Loud and clear. Look at that. Flatsy all over this. All right, we're good to go. Here we go.
Can only be done on a flat plane. I thank you.
You're welcome. So what you going to say to that? Right? Frickin' frack. Elevation. See, it's all over right now, but they're unaware of it. You cannot acquire an elevation angle off a curved spinning ball space monkey. You just can't do it. It's not what an angle is. Specifically, it's not what an elevation angle is. It's as simple as that. A right angle triangle. That's all it is. You can't get that on a sphere tard. So this is all over. The rest of this is pure comedy.
Okay, and so, but we're talking about to our horizon.
We're talking about to our horizon. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And horizons, by the way, are flat. Oh boy.
Which the amount of curvature from one point to the horizon.
He just keeps on going on with this nonsense, right? He's going to be with this 1 degree every 75 miles. And I don't know where he got this from. He thinks that we think that 8 inches per mile squared, that it's flat the whole way until the end, and then it drops off 8 inches. I never heard that before in my life. I've been out here 8 years now. Not my life. 8 years. I never heard that before. Where did he get that from? He just made it up. Idiot.
Is insignificant.
It's insignificant. How so?
No, it's 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet.
Now, that's the distance to the horizon. Like I said, I identified on the last episode that there's some cross purposes going on here. That's the distance to the horizon. The curvature formula is 8 inches per mile squared. So that's not helping matters much.
No, that was you. According to you, that was globe.
That's according to Globe, not according to me. According to you, that's.
He doesn't know that it's just geometry based on the radius value of his Earth.
Your claim. You don't know. You keep telling me it's my claim. It isn't.
Did I say that was my claim?
You don't have to say it's your claim. It's a spinning ball space monkey religion claim. It's just pure geometry. You retard. You don't have to say it. If you're a communist, you don't have to say you're against private property ownership. Because you're a communist, that's just what you got. That's what makes you a communist. So that's what makes you a spinning ball space monkey. Duh. Let me turn this up to some wax in my ears. Yeah, let's try that. All right, here we go.
Anybody here? Did I say that was my claim?
Look at him. Did I say that was my claim? Huh? Was it me? Me? Retard? Josh? No. Just came from the Big Wheels convention. Where's your helmet?
Globe claim you don't know, so you're saying it's not yours because you don't know it. Your ignorance does not. Your ignorance doesn't alter what the Globe claims.
You just can't stop talking right through him. Just can't do it. They're gonna, and he's got his mouth open. Denise, frick.
My bad. I know it must be painful, me pointing out your ignorance.
Okay, relax. Josh,
no,
can you talk about, I'm going to let you describe what you mean when you're talking about how to measure the curvature of the Earth. So
what he mean, the dumbest person in the world, you want his take on how he measures the Earth, right? You can't make this up.
Give
well,
your claim. We're not here, Nathan. No, Nathan. You're here to debate me and Josh, not other people. Not science.
What? Not science. Sentence fragment. Not science. Not to debate science. This isn't science. It has nothing to do with science. Number one. Number two. It's the globe tar. This is geometry, Denise. It's simple geometry. That's it. It's not against anybody or whose claims. It's just what it is. My word.
I want to hear what Josh would say to this. Let's just let him respond.
Let's see what the incoherent spider monkey has to say.
Okay. To measure the curvature of the Earth.
Yes.
We're talking about.
We're talking about measuring the curvature of the Earth, Josh. That's what we're talking about.
How the Earth is curving.
Here we go. Unbelievable. Yeah. So how are you measuring that?
Over distance, over time. Now,
Over distance, over time. Can I see that formula? Can I see that over time? If you would have said over pineapple upside down cakes, it would have made just as much sense. He's just making shit up. Things that he's heard, irrelevant nonsense, just adding it, pretending that he's smart, where everyone knows, or everyone that can fog a mirror knows, that he's mentally handicapped. Like MindSHOT said. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him. But since he wants to enter Thunderdome, then he's fair game. So please continue.
Now, as Patrick pointed out, the Earth is incredibly large.
No, he didn't say that. No, that's what he didn't say that.
You did. You said it was, what, 24,000 miles in circumference. We're talking about 3,900 miles in radius.
Look at Nathan shaking his head.
It's incredibly large.
No, it's not. I don't think that's very large, but I said it was 24,901 statute miles around the equator. I didn't characterize that in any other way than quantitatively.
Well, quantitatively, I look at that as fairly large.
OMG. So, fairly large, I suppose, is a number now, because that's what quantitative means. It's unbelievable that you would make that statement. And look, his eyes are crossed. So, like I said, fairly large. I guess that's quantitative now. Unbelievable.
That's wonderful. Please.
Why didn't you bust him on that? I mean, give me a break, Patrick. Let's hear that again.
Continue.
Okay.
I'm going to pull a couple fivers, man. Let's hear that again.
I didn't characterize that in any other way than quantitatively.
Well, quantitatively, I look at that as fairly large.
That's wonderful. Please continue.
Okay. I look at that as incredibly large, especially when we're an insignificant little speck on this planet.
Oh, my God. Now he's going to parrot Carl Sagan. You're an insignificant speck. That's for sure. He's projecting.
That begging the question fallacy.
That too.
Okay. So.
Okay. Just continue on. It's a begging the question fallacy, nonsensical statement. Okay. Let me continue on not answering the question that was put to you. How are you measuring your sphere tard, baltard? My word.
When you guys are explaining what
pertains to you, unbelievable.
Globe earthers pertain to as the formula used.
Oh, God.
And I know Patrick just said that, yes, but he's talking about the curvature is computed there through theta.
The curvature is computed there through theta.
Understand that.
You don't understand that. You haven't the first friggin' clue what he's talking about.
That's what you said, Patrick, right?
That's what you said, Patrick, right? That's what you said. That's what you said, Patrick, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's other aspects, more accurate aspects of.
Oh, there's other more accurate aspects. Huh. All right. Well, let's see them.
Which they use to do that.
Up. He's being fed. Look, Nathan's covering his eyes. He's now looking up at his feed meter. Some idiot is feeding this crayon muncher. So let's hear what it is.
There is R over RE over K.
There's R over RE over K, folks. Yeah, that's curvature formula. Yeah. What's R? What's RE? And then what's K? Please, floor is yours, idiot.
Which takes the hidden height, measures
that
through the radius of the curved light.
What? Radius of the curved light. What on earth?
Over the cosine of.
Over cosine? Where was cosine at? We had R over RE over K. Where's the cosine? Where'd that come from? He's a moron. He's just making shit up. What a dunce.
S over R. I got the formula.
S-O over, what the hell did he say? Hold on. So we got R over R-E over K, and what?
Radius of the curved light over the cosine of S over R. I got the formula.
S over,
What? Formula right here, okay?
You got the formula right here. Well, we know you got the formula right here. We seen you say that. So you got the formula right here. Okay.
It's a complex formula to measure
Oh, I'm sure it's complex. Let's go through it.
the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
And we can get into the mathematics. We can get.
Let's go ahead and do it. What's R? What's R-E? What's K? Where'd cosine come from? It come from Kansas? And S-O, whatever that was.
You know, the science aspects of this as well.
There has no science in here. You're in a category here.
Right?
Please.
I
No.
don't think we need to. Here's the thing.
No, we need to right now.
Why not? You're disputing my claim.
Exactly.
I'm saying that the claim that you're using as the formula
The claim that you're using as that formula,
is not what I would use to calculate.
it's not what Frack would use as that formula. He would use R over R-E over K with the cosine of S over.
What? The curvature of the Earth.
Then what formula would you use?
What I would use is this one right here that I
This one right here that I have. Okay, let's go through it. What's R?
have. But this is what I'm trying to say.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
Through observational phenomena,
He's gonna pull some more dumb shit right out his ass, man. Unbelievable.
I can understand your perspective.
Through observational phenomena, I can understand your perspective. That doesn't make any damn sense. Makes no sense.
Right? But let me ask you this.
Another question, right? We're asking him. Look at Patrick. He's zoning. So they've asked him to give the formula for Earth curvature. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Or he ain't going to go through it. Is R over R, E over K, and cosine and S over.
What? If I got onto the ocean, I left San Diego. And I went due west. Okay?
This is his curve formula.
When can I expect to see Earth's curvature?
3 o'clock.
If it was curved. Right? I'm saying that happens 1 degree of curvature every 75 miles.
He's
But
still on the 1 degree of curvature every 75 miles. He's still on that. He's going to be on that for a while, man. It's been like 30 minutes. He's still paired. He still goes back to his vomit like an incoherent dog. In this case, spider monkey. He's a moron. So we're still waiting for that Earth curve formula.
it's
Not
negligent in the sense.
It's negligent. It's negligent. It's culpable carelessness of 1 degree over 75 miles. Unbelievable, dude. Let's hear that again. He said negligent. Listen to this.
And that happens 1 degree of curvature every 75 miles. But it's
Not correct.
negligent in the sense.
It's negligent.
What?
It's negligent in the sense of nothing. He didn't. He's gonna start over.
That's your opinion, okay?
That's your opinion. It doesn't. This is just incoherent, garbled drivel. It's so bad. Look at Patrick. This nonsense, this garbled drivel, knocks Patrick and Nathan off their game. It Jedi mind tricks them. We'll point them out when we get there.
What I'm saying is that you
Mathematical
should.
reality.
Okay, sure.
He said it's not reality. He goes, yeah, sure.
What I'm trying to say, though, is that if I'm traveling along that 75-mile long,
That's 75 miles. Isn't it negligent?
what? line. 1 degree.
Wait a second. Wait. Whoa. You're not traveling along a 75-mile line. You're on a spheretard. That's an arc. That's not a line. So that's what I'm talking about, folks. He's just a moron. Listen to what he says. We'll pull a fiver. As soon as he says line, he's done.
That if I'm traveling along that 75-mile long line, 1 degree of curvature on a Earth that I look at as incredibly large.
1 degree of curvature?
24,000 miles in circumference is negligible.
I thought it was negligent.
What?
Are you saying you'll never see the curvature?
That's what he's saying. His whole argument, if you remember from last week, is the Earth too biggy to see curvy. That's his whole entire argument. The entire thing. But his butt buddy, Frick, over here is going to torpedo him in about, I don't know how long it's going to take. I think it comes along pretty quick. But the truly hilarious thing, that the frickin' Frick are unaware of the torpedo. It's mind-boggling. Wait, I'm not going to give it all away. You enjoy it.
Through an observation of moving west?
Through an observation of moving west?
From a point on the ocean? No.
So
you don't expect to see any curvature moving west. What about north? How about south? How about east? What about northeast or southwest? Would we see curvature then, you ignorant spider monkey? Just a doofus.
Oh, what
You have
evidence?
observable phenomena from that.
You can get observable phenomena from that, traveling on your line west. What's that? Dolphins? Waves? Moron.
All right, fair enough. Then let's go back to my original question.
Uh-oh. Don't do that.
What evidence do you have that the horizon is caused by the curvature of a presupposed spherical Earth?
It's kind of nothing against you, Patrick, but the question kind of doesn't really draw context. I mean, I'm trying. What? Trying to make sense of it.
It doesn't draw context? What does that mean? Who knows?
But what evidence do I have that the curvature is caused by the horizon?
The curvature is caused by the horizon? That's not what he said. What the hell are you? What?
What? Of the planet. Let me ask you this.
Aha. So, red herring fallacy away. Now he's going to shift the burden of proof on Patrick to a completely different topic.
I guess. Let me ask a question.
Let me ask a question now. Because I didn't answer yours. Let me ask a question. Idiot.
Okay.
Why'd you let him do it? Unbelievable.
How do you perceive the Earth to be flat?
How do you perceive the Earth to be flat? That's his question.
Through the observation of the horizon.
Well, perhaps because horizons are flat. Maybe. Goodness gracious. Look at Patrick. He's speechless. Let's get that again. That was outstanding. What? Just watch, Patrick. Watch his nonverbal.
So what you're saying?
That's a tu quoque logical fallacy.
Not a tu quoque logical fallacy. It's not. You don't know what a tu quoque logical fallacy is, numpty dipshit. If you guys want to look, I'm not going to do it. Just look it up. It has nothing to do with what's going on here. Nothing whatsoever.
He couldn't answer the question.
Yeah, we're aware of that. Thank you.
He has no evidence for his positive claim.
Correct.
So now he just wants the other guy to provide evidence, which is...
That's not a tu quoque logical fallacy. By the way.
The other guy should provide evidence, sure.
Yeah, when we get to his evidence, but they asked him the question. I don't even know why Patrick went down. He should have held his feet to the fire.
But that's like a seating of the argument. He just seated.
Yeah, he seated. Yeah,
he
got
doesn't have any evidence.
Yep.
He's like, oh, I don't have any evidence for my model. Now, what's the evidence for your model?
Yeah, models have nothing to do with this discussion either, by the way. And they don't even know what a model is, and neither do you. A scientific model, that is.
So he just threw up the white flag there. I mean, but again, he has a mental disability, so, I mean,
we can't what?
Be too harsh on him.
Why not? He entered Thunderdome. So what MindStomp is, he's a white knight retard sympathizer. Well, he sympathizes with him. He can relate to him because he's right around the same mentality as Josh. That's why.
I mean, I just, you know, what can I do? Like, it's
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one, but I mean, it's a unique.
It's not tough. He's retarded, and he entered Thunderdome. Well, he's gonna get his retard ass kicked. It's just the way it goes. Maybe he'll learn next time and stay out in the bleachers or at the Big Wheel convention.
One, I'll give it that.
Is you'd like me to prove that the Earth is flat rather than me?
No, I don't want you to prove. I want to know your thoughts and opinions.
This isn't based on opinions or thoughts. This is based on geometry. Baltard.
Sun is coming over the horizon. Okay.
So here we go off on another damn tangent, brought to you by the retard spider monkey. Unbelievable. And you ain't stopping him. And Denise, hello, McFly. We're far away on how he understands Earth curve. I mean, what's the formula? We're so far away from that now. We're just going to go down another mind-numbing tirade of nonsense.
Okay.
Over the horizon.
Through this observation of that phenomena.
What phenomena?
I mean, we were talking about this before the show.
We're
talking about observational data, right?
What the hell is observational data? What is that? Who knows?
So empirical data.
He thinks observation is empirical. That is a composition. Ding! Composition fallacy.
Empirical evidence. Things that happen within the phenomena of nature.
OMG. Like pineapple upside down cakes and spicy mustard.
We observe them. We take notes. We record them.
Oh,
we draw hypotheses.
Gracious.
We test.
There's no hypotheses in this genre. You're scientifically illiterate. Like Frick and like MindStomp.
Those hypotheses.
Oh,
we develop
brother.
theories. Theories are built upon repeatable experimental phenomena over and over.
Oh, he got yeah. Now I remember it. Yeah. Josh, what are experimental phenomenon? Do they happen around experiments? Underneath the table, maybe? What a clueless clown.
And over again, right? And we try to draw conclusions from that.
Well, we're waiting for that Earth curve formula. You know, the spinning Baltard one?
I'm answering Patrick.
So from
Patrick's just shaking his head. He's like, what the hell am I got myself into?
Observing the sun rising every day.
Sun doesn't rise or set on a globetard or a flat earth. This is rhetorical language. So you're a moron.
Rising, setting every day.
Right, setting every day.
What can we determine from that?
What can we determine from the sun rising and setting rhetorically? What can we determine from that for what?
That brings about the idea that the Earth is flat, non-rotating.
Well, far away from the Earth curve calculator for the spinning Baltard. Take him back, idiot.
Nathan, why don't you take this?
Perfect. Okay, so we're moving past the assertion that Earth has a physical geometric limitation blocking boats and buildings.
Yeah, we're moving past that. And more importantly, we're moving past the request for him to provide formula and an example of Earth curve.
With a measurable value in the Earth curve maths to it being our burden
to
prove what the horizon...
Yeah, this is fallacy. He's shifting the burden of proof. And a red herring away from the topic.
is and how it proves Earth flat. No problem. If you're on a boat at sea, you have a tool called a sextant.
Uh-oh.
It's a tool for measuring angles.
He doesn't know what it is. He's a Navy guy. He's a squid. He doesn't know what a sextant is.
What you will do with this tool is point it at the horizon to establish a horizontal plane of reference. That's a flat Earth. Now, that line that you establish as horizontal with this tool that measures angles called a sextant, you will establish that horizontal baseline with the horizon, horizontal, as the name suggests, out beyond the horizon to the GP, that's ground position of a star that you're measuring the angle to. Now, the GP is the position directly below the star, which would be to say that if you were at that position on Earth, the star would be at your zenith, directly above your head. Now, that means that when you measured, using the horizon, the angle to the star, you established Earth as a horizontal plane of reference.
Game over. Simple as that.
Because it can only be a horizontal plane of reference to get an angle.
Don't ding him. No. Oh, because he's geometrically illiterate. Mind dump is dinging him for a fallacy that's not a fallacy at all. Because he doesn't know what fallacies are. And he's geometrically illiterate, like I said.
Promise. That's what an angle.
We already established that, by the way. Just see episode 2. Or part 2.
Is 2 straight lines, not.
Well, again, it depends on the size of the sphere and the distance of the star.
Doesn't. So what
Let's
what this geometric idiot mind dump just said, that elevation angles depend on how biggy the sphere is and how far the distance to the stars are, which is so stupid and so irrelevant and so non sequitur. It's mind-numbing. So, like I said, he's geometrically illiterate, and that's why he's dinging him. The end.
For example, just for the sake of argument.
Okay, I'm 5 and I'm not listening to this short. No way.
Again, none of this really proves anything.
But shut up. Yes, it does. You're a moron.
One curved line and one straight line.
This is by the globe side.
Shut up.
Those are indeed problematic.
All right, guys. When he goes off on one of his incoherent, mind-numbing tangents, I'm just gonna 5 him from here on out. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do and get to the meat.
One curved line and one straight line. So in order to perform celestial navigation on a boat, you need the horizon to establish the ground as flat to measure an angle. Hope that answers your question.
It's important to note that we did just reverse the burden of proof. I still am.
Yep, good job. We identified that.
I'm asking for any evidence that the horizon is created by the curvature of a presupposed spherical Earth.
Right, and then I try to explain this, and you guys.
He
was obviously trying to strong arm me.
Nathan was strong arming him. Unbelievable. What a clown.
I was trying to say is that
what I was trying to say is the Earth is too biggy to see curvy. Right? Josh? Numpty dipshit retard? What? Is he going to do it again?
Look at the horizon. We're not going to see curvature.
Yep, there it is. Told you. Hold on to your hats, folks. Hold on to your hats. His boyfriend over here is going to torpedo him. Here, it should be in a couple seconds.
Because at those distances, it's negligible.
I thought it was negligent. Culpable carelessness.
Because you need longer, greater distances to begin to see even 1% of the curve.
What? Now it's 1%. It's not 1 degree. Now it's 1%. 1% of what?
Of the Earth. That's what I said. And you guys he kept on going back to that same argument.
Okay. Mathematically false.
Just a quick question.
Okay, real quick. I got a super chat. I just want to read out real quick. It's actually related to this. It comes from.
Really? All right.
SEV Gibson, $10.
SEV Gibson.
Thanks, man. He says, Nathan and Patrick are not listening. Josh is talking about an arc distance of.
Nathan and Patrick aren't listening. This idiot's talking about an arc distance. That's going to Jedi mind trick him. Now, listen to this. This is hilarious.
75 miles, not a plane distance. You need to back up and listen to Josh's actual claim.
Oh, we listened to it. And SV Garble shithead who just super chatted, My cat's litter box is smarter than you, by the way.
Instead of framing his beliefs.
Shut up.
No,
No
what he's
worries.
talking about. He's
No
talking about
worries.
an arc distance. That's a measurement of an angle.
You hear that? An arc distance is an angle. You listening? Spinning ball space monkeys.
An arc? The arc through the
Yes, the
sextant?
measurement of a curved Earth.
He thinks the arc is the curved earth, not the protractor. Oh my God. Or the graduated, more or less, it's a graduated protractor on a sextant. It's the same type, it's the same concept. But he thinks the arc is the actual curve of the earth, not the angle that it's produced. He's a moron. Ding!
Angle.
No, I hadn't finished my
Because we're
sentence.
talking
I'm
about
being
an
told I'm not
angle.
listening, and then I get about 30 seconds through a
No,
sentence.
you're
and
obviously
someone-
You ain't 30 seconds in. You're about 5 seconds in before they both start to open up their blowholes. Because they just got a feeling that they know it's their ass. So it's a self-defense mechanism.
That starts
Listen,
talking
but
straight
hold
through
on.
me.
Let me show a video real
An
quick
arc,
because this
an
video.
arc.
So now he wants to show a video. Can't make this shit up, folks. I'm telling you.
Arc
This
distance.
video will explain what we're talking about here. Okay.
My
This video is going to explain arc distance. What you're talking about. Unbelievable.
bad.
Is
I'm-
that-
Look at Patrick. Wait, I forgot. Watch this. Just watch Patrick. Let's pull another fiver.
about 30 seconds through a
No, you're
sentence, and
obviously
someone
not
else starts
listening,
talking
but
straight
hold
through
on.
me.
Let me show a video real
An
quick
arc,
because this
an
video,
arc
this
distance.
video will explain what we're talking about here. Okay.
My bad.
Patrick, yeah.
Is that okay,
We're not,
David?
we're not,
Can we show
we're
a video?
not okay to address anything you've said? No, clearly not.
Okay, how about address it while I'm loading it up? Josh, go ahead and share the screen.
How do
and we'll
I disable
So
camera?
just go share screen, and then
I don't have a
if there's-
share screen.
Josh,
Okay.
Oh, brother.
I
While you're
got
loading that up,
presentations
you said you
local
don't
video.
appreciate that the horizon's supposed to be Earth curve. So have you never heard that boats go over the Earth curve, or that Chicago's blocked by Earth curve?
So that's what he's saying. It's exactly what he's saying. That's a good job, Nathan. What Josh is saying that he can't see Earth curvy because it's too biggy. But he's obviously never heard of the arguments that boats and buildings are blocked by it. That's the level we're at here, folks. If you haven't caught on, good one, Nathan. Let's see what he says.
At the horizon, you've never heard those statements.
Have you ever seen the blink test
He just shakes his head no. Blink test. What blink test?
videos where they show it?
They're not blink test videos. I already been over what you thought was a blink test. And it's not a blink test either, Denise. Goodness gracious, you're a dumbass.
Actually does.
See what he does is what he did. It's plainly obvious that he went to Reddit or one of the ball-tard spinning space monkey forums, and he's seen some arguments and then some rebuttals to arguments, and he's mishmashed them in his mind together. That's all he's got from 2015. That's it. It's plainly obvious. That's what he's done.
Does lose the bottom of
There
the
it is.
buildings.
Sure.
At the
We've done this in
horizon.
Lake Ontario
So,
as
so
well.
you're affirming that Josh does know that the horizon's claimed to be Earth curve now because he's
I'm
spent
not talking about
20
Josh.
minutes
I'm just
denying
asking you. Like, have you seen those blink tests? You know what I'm talking.
They're not blink tests. You're a moron.
We have this right
Yes.
here. I want to just play this video
Oh God, he wants to play this video.
if we can.
Let's see the arc. Let's see how the arc is. The arc distance is the arc of the Earth. Let's see that.
Sure.
I hope
Go
you
ahead and
guys can
share
still
that,
hear me.
Josh, and here we go. All right.
Look at Patrick just smiling.
Okay. So why does the Earth look flat from?
So why does the Earth look flat? That wasn't the question. So why does the Earth look flat? That's not the question. That wasn't the question. No question arose through this whole interaction at 1 hour, 42 minutes, second. No one said anything like that. Why does the Earth look flat? But all non sequitur, red herring fallacy, Josh, the incoherent spider monkey, is going to play a video that is non sequitur to the topic. It hasn't been brought up. Unbelievable.
The surface. And if you pull that up yet, Dave, I can't. I'm frozen on this end.
The only thing that's frozen is that space between your ears, Josh.
Yeah, for some
Just let
reason
me know
your
when I need to
connection
play.
just dropped low, Josh. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Yes. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
yeah, oh, you're good. I can see it on the screen. So yeah, you go ahead and push play.
Okay. I'm going to hit play.
This is why the Earth looks flatty.
Is this a cartoon?
Yeah, that's not a fallacy. How is that a fallacy, mind dump? He questioned, is this a cartoon? It is. Idiot, mind dump. Oh, boy. No commentary, nothing, just nothing.
It's a cartoon.
I guess Patrick saying this is a cartoon dings him with a fallacy, folks. What fallacy is that? Mind dump, mind stump, mind idiot. It's not. Clown.
It's a model.
This Denise thinks this is a scientific model.
It's not a model.
You're showing me a cartoon, dude. I'm gonna get some water.
Jeez.
Hey, do you want to tell us what the point of this is?
There is no point, Nathan. That's the beauty of it.
Okay. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
So what that's showing you is the aspect ratio of how we are on Earth. And
aspect ratio of how we are on it. That's not an aspect ratio. And those two statements are non sequitur. My God, is he dumb?
things are getting larger and bigger, mountains, buildings, these
Larger. Yeah, I got that too.
types of things. And that at 100 kilometers, the curve of the Earth is negligible.
Thought it was negligent before. Now it's he's still on his same idiot argument, folks. Earth too biggy, no sea curvy. Moron. Come on, Denise, torpedo him.
Because it's it's a little over 1% of the actual.
Now
curve
it's 1% again, moron.
of 360 degrees of angle.
360 degrees of angle. 1%. Isn't that 3.6? What's that mean? Is that qualitative?
And I think that Nathan even said it there, but you're measuring an angle. Yes.
But you're measuring an angle. Yes. Yes.
We're measuring the curve of the Earth. That's
No. Angles are not curves, you moron.
the point. And that's what
the
I
point.
was, my whole argument was in the beginning.
Your whole argument was in the beginning, through the middle, to the end here, is the Earth is too biggy to see curvy. We got it. You're a moron.
Is that when we're looking at the reason a sextant works is he's saying that we're utilizing
The reason a sextant works is that we're utilizing a sextant. Yeah, great job.
sextant to measure on a
That explains it.
horizontal plane. Absolutely. Because at those short distances, 8, 10, 16 nautical miles, when we're
8, 10, 16 nautical miles, we're not going to see any curvy. But his boyfriend is going to pull up one at 15 miles. And you all know which one it is. It's a famous one. So we'll let him get to it.
talking about the horizon, the curvature of the Earth is negligible.
Thought it was negligent. See, he keeps on saying negligible and negligent. He's an idiot.
It's not observed.
It's not observed. No curvy is observed. Okay, watch this, folks.
This is what I was trying to say.
Thanks. Shut up.
So
Sorry, Josh, just pause for a sec. Are these guys even listening to you right now?
They shouldn't be. Nathan's already proved the Earth was flat with the elevation angle argument. It's already over. He's just droning on about garbled nonsense, convoluted horse shit.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't
I'm
know.
listening.
Are they? I thought they were.
Yeah,
still
I'm
here.
listening. I'm listening,
Okay.
but every
Okay,
time I try and
but
talk,
that's
I
what I
get
was
told
trying
that
to
I'm
say,
talking
Nathan,
through
okay?
you. That's what happens, kind of like now. So, I mean, I'll try and respond to some of the
Nathan,
stuff,
we
the
can
many
keep
things that
fighting.
you
They won't let him speak, man. Too funny.
said,
about the
but
way
there's
we're
a good
fighting
chance
or
that
address
even
the
though I've
argument.
only
That's
just
it.
literally
Listen to the
started,
Dude, you talk right through him. Talk right through this ass clown. Gonna talk right through. He's a weasel, is what he is. He's a bearded weasel.
Argument.
speaking,
We got neck beard, and now we got the bearded weasel.
Listen to the
I can hear
argument.
someone else's voice talking straight
address
to the
the-
Can't even. He's not gonna let him speak. Not gonna do it because that's who he is. He's an ass clown weasel.
top of me.
argument.
It
Listen
seems
to
that
the
every
argument.
single time I
Yep.
talk,
And
I'm going to
address
get someone else talking straight through the top of me, no matter what I say.
Unreal.
So why shouldn't I check out, turn the camera off, and just do my own thing? Because
You should have. Well, it's already over because the elevation angle argument, but no one stressed it. No one's held their feet to the fire. No one's held his feet to the fire. Right? This should have been over like 25 minutes ago.
every single time I've talked so far, someone started talking in the middle of my sentence. Literally every
You've
time.
interrupted a few people too, and
You've interrupted a few people too. Oh, really? You've interrupted him the whole time. This is recorded. You clueless ass clown. Nancy.
got a bit of a,
I'm sorry, Denise.
I don't know, you got some kind of big chip on your shoulder.
Really? Where's that? Are you delusional too? So you're going to interrupt him. He says you're interrupting, and that means he's got a chip on his shoulder. Unbelievable snowflake.
I don't know what's going
An
on.
ad hominem.
You don't know what's going on. We know that for sure.
Why don't you just listen to the argument and
did.
counter it and
did.
just be a
Okay,
civil,
okay, I'll
normal
counter
human
it.
being?
He didn't have an argument. It was all garbled, convoluted, garbled, nonsensical horse shit.
Instead of
Okay.
being a complete dick.
That's another ad
What?
hominem attack.
It is an ad hominem and it's directed to
Oh, it is an ad hominem attack. He admitted it was ad hominem, and it's what's he gonna do?
directly at you, buddy.
Oh, he thinks it's like some kind of weapon. That's how stupid you are, Denise. You think you're a little badass, don't you? You silly wabbit. You just admitted to using fallacious reasoning directly at a guest. And that makes you what? An ass clown. That's what it makes you.
So you can't address my argument about
You're being a
elevation
dick.
angle measurements being taken
Just
from a
listen to
flat
the argument.
surface, and instead
So he's gonna. Now they're gonna start talking again, right through him.
you'll talk
Just
through me and
did
use personal attacks.
multiple
Excellent
times.
debating
But I-
tactics.
Personal attack.
It's not an excellent. It's not a debating tactic. It's fallacious. He just admitted it. This should already be over, folks. You're a moron, Denise. We already know where he is, but you, sir, you little snowflake. I got you. I got your number, man. Yeah, we used to in the military, right? Back in the day, we had this, ironically, treatment we'd use on pretender clown numpty dipshits like you, right? That I can remember. You need that done to you. It's sort of an offshoot of Code Red. In that vein. That's what you need. It'd be my pleasure also. Clown.
Are you going to be okay? You going to survive?
I'm
I would
sure
like to
I'll be
actually make
okay.
A statement without you ad homing me in the middle of the statement and
Okay,
accusing
don't
me
make
of
the
talking through
statement,
you.
then.
So
Make
am
it.
I checking out of the conversation, or
I
am
don't
I
know, are you?
interrupting you? Which is
Run
it?
It just talked right through every single statement he's made. He's talked right through him. Every single one.
So early. We're only 43 minutes in.
We're only 43 minutes in. And I have yet to take off my dress.
Right. So maybe address my statement about
Oh, that's almost address. That was real close.
measuring elevation angle measurements from a flat baseline.
They ain't gonna do it. They're gonna just divert away from that. And it's your fault, both you guys' fault, to not holding their feet to the fire.
Josh,
Josh, go ahead and answer that elevation angle argument. Josh.
What was it? What was the statement? I'm sorry.
What was What was the statement? I was thinking about my big wheel.
You have to require an elevation angle measurement from a flat base.
Who do you think you are, Lily Tomlin? What do you have to push on the middle of it so you can hear what he's saying? Teleposia? Idiot clown.
Line. If you're navigating, getting your nautical miles. How'd you get a nautical mile?
Did you hear that? Oh boy, that caper-sized piece of horse shit went into overdrive between his ears. Let's see what's going to happen now.
What are we arguing here?
You said nautical miles. I'm asking if you know what you're talking about.
How do you make an upside down pineapple upside down cake? That's the argument. Idiot.
Right. Miles over ocean. Miles over water.
Miles over ocean.
Curvature.
What is it?
What's
a nautical mile? What's a nautical mile?
I think a nautical mile is 1.073 miles.
No.
Well, I guess that's wrong. Good job.
Correct.
How's it acquired?
Let me check the measurement.
How's it acquired? Let's see.
Why don't you tell me?
You're the one who claimed it. So you don't know what you're talking about. But it's
he claimed just like a typical ball-tard. Make a claim, and he doesn't know what he just made the claim for. The words that he doesn't know what the meaning of the words that he's using.
Necessary to call me a dick and the audience to think I'm not listening to you.
Not
I've listened
because
to
of your
you.
argument. Not because of your argument.
Yeah, see, talking right through him again.
Again, I'm in the middle of talking and someone is immediately talking through me. Why? Because I'm a dick? Is this me being a dick being talked through?
He won't stop. He won't do it. He's that much of an ass clown weasel. That's what you are, Denise. You're an ass clown weasel. You're going to torpedo your boyfriend down here in a couple seconds. God, where is it?
I'm still talking. I listened to you, now trying to respond to all the stuff you've said. You've talked non-stop for 45 minutes. I've had about 3. So, you've mentioned repeatedly, this is about science. So what science have you got?
See, now we're on to another topic. We're just bouncing back and forth. That one's on you, Nathan.
A globe Earth.
Okay, let's backtrack because you just asked me what a nautical mile was. I said it's a mile as determined over the ocean.
Well, you just looked it up. You can't recover there, Josh. Now you looked it up, and that's not what he's asking you, by the way. He's not asking you the quantitative question about it. He's asking you the qualitative question about it, but you're clueless.
Or we can say air or whatever. It's 1,800.
See him looking up? He's looking up at the answer. He just looked it up.
52 meters. Just a little bit bigger than a regular mile. Okay. So anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that the curvature
is that the Earth is too biggy to see curvy, right? That's what it's like an incoherent dog, spider monkey returning to his vomit. Guarantee it.
Curvature of the Earth. And I think we need to move on from the curvature of the Earth part. What?
They need to move on for the curvature of the Earth. Look at friggin' Patrick. That was classic. We got a 5er on that. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not pulling a 5er. Oh, crap. Hold on. Now we got it. Okay, let's pull a 10er. Listen to what he said, folks.
Just a little bit bigger than a regular mile. Okay. So anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that the curvature of the Earth, and I think we need to move on from the curvature of the Earth part. What? No, because Nathan, everything that you...
We got to move on from the curvature of the Earth part.
said
I'm just waiting for this
basically
to settle, and then I'll show you some stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Go
Well,
ahead,
how about
finish
this?
it.
Let's just move on from this argument. We can just talk to this as a no point.
We can just talk to this as a no point.
What? And Patrick, no, seriously, jump in if you want to. If you want to explain.
Yeah, I would like to jump in. I'd like to say first of all, I don't know how long you guys have been looking into this.
About 25 minutes. Him on Reddit mindlessly parroting idiot arguments from 2015.
Okay. But this is a question of geometry. This is not a question of
Duh.
anything other than, can you draw a circle on a piece of paper, stick a triangle on it, figure out the trig, and you'll know after you work a Taylor series at the end,
You don't need to work a Taylor series. You don't need that.
just to expand the trigonometric function.
Like they know what you mean by Taylor series. They don't even know what trigonometry is. They don't know what a triangle is. Neither does MindSHOT.
Function. You'll know
You need the distance to the stars and how big the Earth is to make a triangle.
the curvature of the Earth over distance x is 8 inches times x squared.
There we go. 8 inches per mile squared. Now we're on. See, now we're back. Okay? We're back to the sphere-tart Earth curve formula.
Period. It is
Okay,
not
can I?
1 degree
sorry,
for every
finish that.
75 miles. And
Okay.
so I really
He's interrupting him. Denise. Unbelievable.
want to, I mean, this is settled upon. The globe people agree with this.
No, not globe people. This is just, like you just said, stuck with, it's just geometry.
They just say refraction is what hides the curve.
Oh, God. He brings up refraction.
Good, David.
All right. What about, so earlier, Patrick, you had some issues with Josh showing you what you call the cartoon, which was just a model to
That's not a model. That video is not a scientific model. You are a moron, sir. Denise. Idiot.
try to give some perspective on what's being said, right?
No, it was completely non sequitur. No one brought up the point. Idiot.
Yet now we're talking about drawing circles on a piece of paper, right?
Yeah, drawing circles on a piece of paper, yes. Yeah, we're trying to find the radii, and I guess Patrick's trying to figure out the curvature formula. That's how you do it. Yes.
And so what I'm asking is what kind of observable experiments
What? Try that again. Say that again.
And so what I'm asking is what kind of observable experiments that you can point to in reality. Like, let's get off YouTube and off the papers and all that for a minute. And
Let's just get off YouTube and the papers. What papers? Why would we need to get off YouTube? YouTube's just a medium. What the hell are you talking about?
just talk about observing reality.
Let's talk about observing reality. What?
What?
Because I'm not sure if you've become aware of this.
Oh my God. So, remember Josh the whole time for the past hour and 15 minutes. He's been talking about the earth is too biggy to see curvy. And like I told you, his boyfriend Denise brings up curvature, alleged curvature at 15 miles. But like I said, the truly hilarious part, they don't understand that Denise has just torpedoed Josh's whole entire 45-minute argument. They're totally clueless. They don't. There's nothing there. They don't get it, right? And this is pretty funny. This is soundly horseshit. I debunked this 5 minutes after he came out with it. This has to be in 2016. I went to his video 5 minutes after he concluded it. You know what guess what I asked him? This is how I debunked this horseshit. Soundly, do you live on planet Orleans Parish? That's it. It's all over. If you got this amount of curvature at 15 miles, right? Just follow the curvature around in your mind. Now, Orleans Parish, that's like counties up in the north, is about 200 square miles. Right? That's why I asked him, did he live on Orleans Parish? That's how big that this planet would be with this amount of curvature, alleged curvature. That's how stupid this is. Now, there's many other arguments against this. I don't need to go down that road, but it's truly hilarious. The one what I wanted to focus on was he torpedoed Josh's argument, and he's completely unaware of it. Nathan picks up on it.
I'm sure you guys are aware of this.
No.
It's a place called Lake Pontchartrain. It's the transmission lines in Louisiana, United States.
Who talks like that? Louisiana, United States.
This is kind of weird that he brought this up. I mean, street
Yeah, he just torpedoed Josh's and Mind Dump's not catching on to it. He doesn't catch on to it.
lamps have the same effect.
What does street lamps have to do with this argument that he's putting up? Nothing.
On a street over a short distance. I mean, also, like, he could bring up train tracks touch.
What do train tracks have to do with what Josh is bringing up? Absolutely nothing. That's what I'm telling you. Mindset. He's right around Josh's mentality.
In the distance, does that mean they really touch because
Shut
they
up.
look like they touch?
I don't think Josh's or Denise's argument is the transmission lines touching. I'm just spitballing here. I know he doesn't have a coherent argument. If he did, that wouldn't be it.
I mean, it's kind of weird because that horizon, that's not the real horizon.
What? What? This one right here? Yeah, that's the horizon, you dumbass cracker.
That's the problem.
No, I don't think that's the problem. There's many problems. That's not it.
Like with a lot of these, it's like they don't understand what a true horizon is versus a
What? A true horizon? That's an imaginary plane that goes through the center of the earth. What does that have to do with this discussion? It's not a horizon anyway. It's imaginary. Is this imaginary? This horizon? I don't think so. I've seen plenty of horizons. They're not imaginary. So this idiot, it's all non sequitur like. I don't know where he's getting this from. What a clown. I mean, Mae West is in the corner blushing. You're as dumb as Josh is. Mind dump.
Parent horizon.
Yeah, apparent horizon. That's redundant. Idiot. He doesn't know what a horizon is, folks.
Why would you expect the horizon to be where it looks like it is?
Why would you Let me get that again. Let's go back. What? What?
Problem. Like with a lot of these, it's like they don't understand what a true horizon is versus a
You don't know. I already went over this.
Horizon. Why would you expect the horizon to be where it looks like it is if
Why would you expect to see the horizon where it was? Huh? What?
if there's something called atmosphere?
Oh, God. If there's something called a paradox? That's his argument he just made up. And then invokes a paradox. Atmosphere. What a clown.
And precipitation.
What the hell does precipitation have to do? Is it raining in this photo, you dumbass? What the hell is he on about? If you would have brought up donuts, it would have had just about as much relevancy as precipitation. What the fuck? I'm telling you, folks, I'm down to my last nerve with this mind dump idiot. Okay? So if he keeps doing this, I'm just going to 5 him. Okay? I'll just skip through it until the other people start to talk, and then we'll move on because I've had just about enough.
In our reality, regardless of whether the Earth is a globe or
Shut
flat,
up for 5 of them.
No such up here. Yeah, this
just doesn't shut up.
That you can do this, and
hold on.
actually go here and do this.
Yeah, this is
Shut up.
Anybody can go here and do this. Now, this is not my picture, but I've had friends of mine actually go and repeat this experiment.
It's not an experiment, you doofus. God. So you had your friends go there and do this, really?
There's actually a few places that you can do this, and a real quick explanation is it's essentially a cause.
A quick explanation? What? Let's hear that again.
You can do this, and a real quick explanation is it's essentially a causeway.
He thinks the transmission lines are a causeway. This ass clown weasel is so superficial, he's getting the causeway argument and the transmission line argument confused. That's how much of a pretender clown this guy is. Denise, do you think these transmission lines are a causeway? Fucking clown, dude. Thank you, by the way.
This image was done originally by a YouTuber named Soundly. So anybody that's interested in following up on all of this, if you
Oh yeah, Soundly's gone, by the way. He got smashed so many times, his mother didn't recognize him.
you go on YouTube, you look up Soundly. There's tons of videos talking about all of this.
There's tons of videos, mountains of evidence talking about all of this. Is this the white paper technical language?
And this image was virtually modeled on a spherical.
So this image was modeled on a spherical Earth. That doesn't make any damn sense. And what are you doing with model here? It's not a scientific model.
Earth with a circumference of 40,000 kilometers.
Yeah, sure.
The model made a prediction that if
So now the model that doesn't exist makes predictions. No, it doesn't. Even if it did exist, it wouldn't be making predictions. He's just pulling this out of his ass.
zoomed in at the specific height, what we should see. This image is what the model showed.
This image is what the model showed? Really? Let's see the model.
And when this shot was done in reality, that's exactly what you see. So what they did,
That's a circle jerk. Hey, Denise, you seen this one before? Did the model predict this? That's how easy it is to debunk this shit, right? This is just from the right side of those, of the causeway. You know, the causeway right here, Denise. Goodness gracious. These are transmission lines. Like I said, what did the model predict this? All OVER there, sunshine, with your parroted nonsense from Reddit. Superficial nonsense, by the way.
did was they created a model.
No, they didn't. That's non sequitur fallacy.
They made predictions.
No, they didn't. I thought the model made predictions, not them.
And when they went with a Nikon P1000 camera, which is one of the favorite cameras that flat earthers like to say is,
Whoa, flat earthers that's their favorite camera. Didn't he say in the beginning of this horse shit that flat earthers, he implied that flat earthers don't like to use equipment? You know, remember he's on this Reddit thing, right, that people have said that flat earthers, that they don't like to use equipment. They just use their senses. Remember he was talking about that? He just contradicted himself. He's totally unaware of it. He's that stupid.
is the best for zoom capabilities. They went and they actually saw the effects of their model and their projection.
They saw the effects of their model out here in reality. What about that one? Did they model that? Over. You're DOA, clown.
In
And so was Soundly, by the way, when he put this horse shit out.
actual reality.
Shut up.
So the bridge, it shows right here.
The bridge. Where's the bridge at? Are these the bridge? Let's get a good view of it. Let's see. Is this the bridge? That's what I said, folks. He's a superficial ass clown. Parroting nonsense from Reddit. Two completely different arguments. Too funny.
You got 24.27 kilometers, which is 15 miles across.
So back to here we go again. So we see alleged curvature here, but we've had Josh, the retard, speak to that the earth is too biggy, no see curvy, for like 45 minutes to an hour. And so he just torpedoed Joshy's argument, but neither of them are aware. You can't make this up, man.
Across, at least that's what you can see.
Shut
and
up.
if the earth was flat,
Shut
the
up.
vanishing point
If the earth was flat, here comes an affirmative consequent formological fallacy.
should intersect the horizon line. But in reality, the
Which it kind of looks like it does.
I think his argument is some type of vanishing point, not your train tracks and your idiot friggin' streetlights. Clown.
if you're not presupposing where the horizon is.
Oh my God. Dudes, say it one more time.
That's why when you're dealing with experiments, as I outlined at the
This isn't an experiment.
beginning, you have the dependent, independent variable, and controls.
Boy, you can talk the talk, but you don't know what those mean. We established that before.
And I don't know why this is such a foreign concept for so many people, but
It's a foreign concept to you.
things are not the way they look like, especially across great distances.
What?
I mean, are these goofs really going to argue that train tracks touching the distance
Now he's back on his train track shit, folks. He's a moron.
because they look like they touch?
Shut up.
Like,
Five.
Finishing point is above the horizon.
Hold on.
it's not rocket science here.
I can tell you.
Finishing point is above the horizon line.
Nathan, let me take a crack at this first.
All right, guys, this is feedback from them. This is within their presentation, not mine. So it doesn't last very long. We'll struggle through it here.
Before you jump in. I'm sorry, David. Did I interrupt you?
No, you didn't,
You
man.
get an echo though.
Okay, I'm getting a bad echo.
Oh, maybe if you're not talking,
Well, Josh has had his mic open the whole time. That's I'm just spitballing though.
everybody mute. That'll fix that.
Okay. It's really bad. The question is it my fault? All right. Anyway,
I'm not hearing any on my end.
a little bit. So there's a fallacy called the affirming the consequent.
Yeah, affirm the consequent. That's what he just. Yeah. So, well, at least Patrick's on it, right? Patrick on with the affirming the consequent. Yep.
It's fallacy. So we're gonna start. I'm not going to address this picture that you're
There it goes, folks. It resolved, so we're good now.
showing me just yet. But when I talk about the rule of geometry, and by the way, I did the geometry in order.
Oh, he muted Nathan, by the way. You see this?
Because we're told that the Earth is a ball of radius 3959 miles. Okay, and so just doing trig, you'll know that the distance to horizon can be no more than 1.225.
How many times have we been over this? How many times have they spoken to this? Now, that's the distance to the horizon formula. Okay, and I think they're, like I said, they're talking cross purposes. We were looking for the spinning ball Earth curve formula, right? That's 8 inches per mile square. So it's getting a little bit jumbled. But how many times have we gone over this one? So we're back again.
5 times the square root of 1.225 miles times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Okay, now all horizons can be no bigger than that
No further than that, not bigger.
on a sphere of those dimensions. This is mathematically verifiable.
Yeah, it's just pure geometry.
So it's all of them. So if you have one instance where it matches up with where the globe would expect that horizon to be.
Yeah, but you see his Soundly photo, they weren't claiming any horizon distance. So you're kind of off the mark here.
That's one instance.
I know it's hard to understand these idiots, so I give you a pass. It's actually pointless, and the only thing he did was torpedo Josh's Earth too biggie, can't see curvy argument. So that's all it did. You should have focused on that. That's the pretty funny part, and just held their feet to the fire. Because they don't understand that. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand what Denise just did. That's what I'm saying. It's truly hilarious, but Nathan's going to catch it.
That's it's a claim. You know, all swans are white. How many black swans do you need to falsify the claim that all swans are white? Just one black swan. It's a Popper's razor. And so the Lake Pontchartrain train, whatever it happens to show, I can show 100 different cases where the
Yeah, see, his argument's not, that's what I was saying, his argument's not with the horizon. Everything you said was correct. It's just non sequitur to his point, which I don't think he had a point, so I guess let me take that back. You're good.
horizon is incredibly further, is way more distant than a sphere of those dimensions would allow. You have to get through that. That's a huge problem for the globe. And I'd
Okay,
like it to
which
be
ones can you show? Just show.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
and I just need to know the conditions of the environment during that day.
Why would you need to know the conditions of the environs during that day? What was the conditions with your parroted Soundly photo from Planet Orleans Parish? How would you know what to do with it? And what impact does that have? Does it have an impact on the transmission lines, the horizon, what? You're just making shit up. You're pretending that you have some knowledge here, but you don't. You're a moron.
Okay, what was the cloud conditions, all of that?
What was the cloud conditions? Cumulus, partly.
And
So clearly, David Whitehead does not have a mental disability.
Oh, yes, he does, and so do you.
He understands conditions.
He understands conditions by saying, what are the conditions of that day? Gonna find out what condition my condition was in. Yeah, oh yeah. And clown mind dump.
Play a factor.
Play a
like
factor.
precipitation.
He's
Now-
back on his precipitation. Was it raining in Soundly's photo, you idiot crayon muncher? He's back on his precipitation horse shit. I don't know. You're gonna have. I'm about had enough of him.
Now, what is kind of strange is he really doesn't know.
What? He really doesn't know what?
He doesn't understand apparent horizon versus true horizon.
Oh God, we're five of them.
no,
No
we
worries.
don't- we
Oh,
don't
sorry.
need to-
then how, like there's, we would need to know what kind of camera was used.
I'm gonna go past sometime, so just be patient, folks. Let me get back to where David starts.
That's kind of weird. I mean, it appears he's done some level
Shut
of research.
up!
I mean, it's kind of weird.
Shut up, you're
I'm
weird.
surprised.
We would need to know what kind of camera was used. I mean, just
We need to know what kind of camera was used to do what, and why is that important?
to know, was it zoomed in? How, like there's
To know whether it was zoomed in or not.
certain things we'd need to know if those experiments
Certain things, experiments, these aren't experiments. You're an idiot.
are accurate.
Got his sippy cup going again.
No,
No
we
worries.
we'd also need to.
Would it be
You shut up, Nathan. You're on mute.
safe to say that clouds and atmospheric haze would make it harder to see a great distance rather than easier?
Like you were talking like cloudy day, it's obscuring the horizon.
How would clouds obscure the horizon? What? What?
Of course.
Cloudy day would make it harder to see. You would see
Cloudy day would make it. I don't think so. Fog? No, that's ground clouds, but that's not what they're talking about.
you would see less far on a cloudy day, and you would see further on a clear day.
And you can see even better on some other days where the atmospheric conditions allow for that.
Thanks for that addition. Atmospheric conditions. That's a paradox. You just invoked a paradox, idiot.
Atmo, what now?
Okay.
And really quick,
You can't tell him, Nathan. You're on mute. For God's sake.
quickly, just before you go there, this experiment was
What experiment? There's no experiment here. You're in a category error, you doofus ass clown. But keep saying it.
done over a 10-day period.
Now remove.
So the photo is done over a 10-day period? That's kind of non sequitur. Soundly's photo? Well, which one we don't know what argument he's mindlessly parroting. Whether it's the causeway or the transmission lines.
removed
where
completely
it
from the
changed
conversation, it
dramatically,
seems.
the weather throughout
This
that
is
time.
The weather changed. Great. What are you, a weather woman now?
Me and I can't
And
be there
many
talking.
people have gone since Soundly released this and have
Many people have gone since. And what?
confirmed this as well. And
Confirmed what? Confirmed this. How sweet it is. Just keep hammering away at that C4 fire clown.
posted their results.
I just posted my results. You see it? Here they are. Yes, sirree, Bob. Over.
So the question would be, maybe
How much of an ass clown are you? That's the question.
we can ask John if we can, instead of chartering a
Ask John. What are you asking me? I ain't chartering your dumb ass. There's no way unless you're straitjacketed and helmeted. That's the only way.
calling Tesla and chartering a
Calling Tesla? What the hell is he on about? Oh, you know what? I know what I forgot. Damn, why didn't you guys tell me about that? Let's see if it pops up. There's the big kahuna. You guys should have told me. Let's take a break. Went that whole way, almost an hour and a half without the big kahuna up. What are you guys doing, man? Shit. All right, super chat, super fluid. Just one. This one's for Denise from Billy Philly. Too funny, man. Thanks. Yeah, you didn't even tell me about the big kahuna not being on. Thanks, guys. What friends are... I can't believe I got friends like this. I'll show you what the big kahuna is when I pull up the main screen again. Oh, just a break in place. Got a tune? What does that have to do with anything, Flatsy? This isn't a musical. So how are you doing this so far? You guys getting a lot out of this? Make sure you share the show, man. That's how you expose these ass clowns. Damn, you guys aren't talking too much. Unless my chat is... There we go. Did I sing a little tune? Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot about that. Too funny. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Find out what my... I don't know it. How does that go? Find out what my condition was in. I know I screwed the first part up, but you've heard it before. Yeah, it was popularized again by the Big Lebowski. That was pretty funny, by the way. Give me 1 minute, and don't none of you smart asses time it either. All right, I'm back. Oh, did Kenny Rogers say? Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was it. What's the name of that song? Anybody got it? Kenny Rogers. Start with a Z. I know that. Kenny Rogers. I'll just put condition. That should pull it up. Just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. That's it. Lyrics. What's the lyrics, man? I'm not going to get that song out of my head all day now. All right. Let's get this show on the road again. Go, so I don't get any Skype calls. This is just utter nonsense, folks. But, you know, we don't have anything else to do. Let's just dance on frickin' Frack's grave. Mind dump is already through. So everyone's really, I mean, they're good and exposed. But like I said, what else we got to do?
Rocket out of the planet. We could just go to Louisiana and we can go into the Marriott Hotel right across.
Go into the Marriott Hotel to see what? Transmission lines. Was this taken from the Marriott Hotel? Unbelievable, man. Just keep on hammering away at that C4 fire, Denise. We thank you for that, clown.
Across from the causeway, and we can.
He thinks, is this the causeway? Just, you know that he's a pretender clown fraud. That just superficially seen this argument on Reddit or another thread in that vein, right? And he's mashed two arguments together. Obvious.
All get our cameras the way we think they should be set up, and whatever camera.
Let's get our cameras and all go down to New Orleans in this Marriott, right? That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, right.
We want, and we do a repeatable.
Honey, get our travel agent on the phone. What are we gonna do, Denise?
Cameras the way we think they should be set up, and whatever camera we want, and we do a repeatable experiment.
We're doing repeatable experiments with our cameras down at the Marriott looking at the transmission lines.
Over a 10-day period to count.
Why do we got to go 10 days? What about 12? What about 6.5 or 3? Moron.
To bring that into account.
Bring what into account? What are we bringing into account?
Or changes in the atmosphere, the cloud.
Changes in a paradox. Why?
Cloud, the fog.
In clouds and fog. That's why we want to travel down there.
And how perspective can be affected by that. And
what?
See if we still get the same results.
Hi, Nathan.
Go ahead, Nathan.
The same results. You talking about this result? See if we get the same result. I'm sure you will. Idiot.
Nathan.
Hi.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Hold on. I've had him muted for 30 minutes. Because I was interrupting him.
Here you go.
So just wanted to double check something with Josh. So given that your co-host is now asking us to explain away the horizon in the Lake Pontchartrain image based on the maths that we laid down at the beginning of the show that you
Nathan's all over him now. He's going to point out the torpedo. Let's see if they get it.
Denied, and you said that we wouldn't be able to see Earth curve at the horizon, Josh. So are we now arguing for the horizon in the Lake Pontchartrain image at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet as per the model and the maths that you denied? Or is that horizon not Earth curve? Because you seem confused about it, Josh. I just want to confirm that that is the horizon at 1.22 times the square root.
You're screwed. He doesn't know it, though. Denise definitely doesn't know.
The observer's height in feet that you said we weren't talking about. Because I'm very confused based on what you've said, Josh.
Well, I apologize that you're confused. No, what I'm saying is I was trying to explain something in terms of how I understood it. I was not familiar with that formulation that Patrick and you had.
What formulation? No. He torpedoed your argument, you dumbass. You're not even on topic.
brought about. Hence why I was saying that.
Hence why he was saying, folks. Hence why.
I do not recognize that. And
he doesn't recognize. You didn't recognize his photo? Soundly's photo? Shit, what a moron.
Explained my position on what I was talking about.
I claim my position on what? What?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Do you understand it now? Your co-host has put it in the same way we put it.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, that is great. He torpedoed you. He still doesn't get it. Neither does Denise.
And so let's answer his question then.
What? Answer what question? Whose question? The question is to you. What?
So I'd like to address Josh first, if that's all right, David.
Yeah.
Josh, it is true that you have said on more than one occasion during this discussion that the Earth is just so incredibly big that we won't expect to be able to detect any curvature.
Yes. Too biggie, no see curvy. Yes, more than 3 times. He spent 45 minutes dancing around this horse shit. All his convoluted, garbled nonsense to end up with Earth was too biggie, no see curvy. And then his boyfriend just torpedoed him. And they are absolutely unaware of it. Good job, Nathan.
You did say that. You said that 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he said it for about 45 minutes.
And now we have this Lake Pontchartrain photo.
Look at Nathan. Shaking his head. Classic.
Which has what appears to be extremely exaggerated curvature. So I need to know, can
He's cracking me up, man. Too funny.
we now dispense with the notion that that in the globe model,
Globe model? Where's that at? I've been out here for 8 years. I haven't seen that monkey.
the horizon is not Earth curve? Because I really, really want to kind of nail you guys down on this, that we should expect.
They're incoherent greased chickens. You can't nail them down. They're gonna Jedi mind trick you and divert you way to another topic. Guarantee it.
The horizon to be of a specific distance based upon the geometry of a spherical Earth. Can I get you guys to concede that point?
They have. He just put it to us with his model. It just contradicted the host.
Exactly.
I'd like it to be acknowledged.
Well, no. So hold on, Nathan. Let me explain.
Let me explain.
Let me talk.
Let me talk. Hold on, Nathan. Let me explain. Let me talk. It's not going to be about the topic. That's for damn sure.
To be acknowledged.
Well, no. So hold on, Nathan. Let me explain. Let me talk for a second, if that's okay. So
no, it's not okay. I mean, you're a danger to yourself and, more importantly, others. Where's your helmet?
Horizon, as we discussed right a second ago with David, does change.
The horizon does change. What does that have to do with anything?
You said that, Patrick, that on cloudy, different atmosphere.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
This guy's still spinning. I mean, it's kind of hard to be too harsh on him because he clearly
Why? He's in Thunderdome. Here we go back again with a night. He's just white knighting retard sympathizer. That's all Mind Dump is. That's all he is, because he can relate to him. Because he's got the same mentality he is. So he feels sorry for him.
has a severe mental disability. But,
No.
I mean, people with mental disabilities can still have egos. As
Oh,
he stated.
brother.
He's obviously
We're 5 of them.
Like, if we put pre-horizon, I mean, obviously, in photation, the same.
He just doesn't shut up.
People, it's weird. Looked at an already. I know that is admittedly a very small ego, or kind of
Unbelievable.
Yeah, let him.
Distance.
Right,
On
Atmo,
some
what
of the
now?
days,
Let me go back.
the horizon is going to appear to be shorter in distance.
The horizon is going to appear to be shorter in distance. What does that have to do with the torpedo argument? Nothing.
On
Atmo,
some
what
of the
now?
days, it's going to be.
Now you're going to go off on another topic. You should have held his feet to the fire here. I mean, it's worthy. You can get him, but you should have held him to the torpedo argument.
What now?
Excuse me, Nathan. I'm talking.
Just didn't hear the word.
and
What was
then-
the word? Atmo, what now?
Let's not do that.
It's a begging the question
we'll-
fallacy. Do we not address
Why did you ding Nathan for his begging the question fallacy? mind dump, mind stomp, mind stump. That's what I'm talking about, man. I had enough of your dumb ass.
We're not
Fallacies
gonna
here?
interrupt. When they make fallacies, we're not going to interrupt.
Oh, my bad.
That was a good one.
What? We'll
Look at this ass clown snickering up here. Unbelievable.
let them be
This is
fallacious.
hilarious.
All right.
This is hilarious. Yeah, it's sponsored by you. You're the ass clown that's in charge. That is hilarious.
Please continue, Josh.
Okay. So the atmosphere, to the atmosphere or to the horizon.
To the atmosphere or to the horizon. That makes sense. To the paradox or to the horizon. That's with Nathan. He's not answering the question.
This can change. Atmospheric conditions, barometric pressures, amount of cloud cover.
Spicy mustard, pineapple upside down cakes. Yeah. And?
Right? The amount of moisture content, carbon
Oh, God, precipitation.
dioxide, all these other gases that are in the air. All these things can change and can give you different perspectives on the.
No, they don't give you different perspectives. Your perspective stays the same. They change the conditions, but not the conditions that we were just alluding to with the torpedo argument.
Horizon.
That's actually kind of curious because
What?
that is true. I mean,
I'm not putting up
yeah,
with him.
obviously, clearly,
up.
but
up.
it had mean the
This, depending on the various different, typically in the Navy.
true horizon.
He still mentioned. Listen to mind dump idiot talk about a true horizon.
That would mean the apparent horizon is not necessarily the true horizon.
Oh God, let's deal with this. He keeps appealing to a true horizon. So from that geo, the true horizon is the imaginary plane. Stop that. Is the imaginary plane that passes through the center of the earth. I don't know. Horizons aren't imaginary. So this is a paradox right here. From orbit, the true horizon is spherical. How can you have horizons can't be spherical because spheres have curvature, i.e. rate of change of slope, while horizons have the rate of change of slope that always equals 0. So what mind dump is appealing to is a nonsensical law of identity violation. He just introduced it it's like a new term, and he's going to Jedi mind trick his audience. You are a dumbass, sir. So that's all for you with your true horizon horse shit.
I said this. I said typically in the Navy when we're looking at the ocean, I believe
Typically in the Navy, do you have to be in the Navy to look at the ocean?
it was somewhere between 8 to 16 nautical miles, depending on the various different atmospheric conditions.
The paradoxical conditions? No, it changes its distance to you. Whether there's fog, that will definitely do it. But it's mainly changing due to your height above sea level.
Okay. So what I was trying to say, and this is what I thought I did iterate.
What you were trying to say and what you thought you did iterate, I'll guarantee it, that he's going to go back to his vomit. That the earth is too biggy to see curvy. How much you want to bet? We got any wagers out there? I'm not going to go back.
Is that from a eye open position?
From an eye open position that is not sleeping.
Just looking and perceiving to see if there's curve, it's not going to be seen because it's negligible at.
Told you. It's negligent. You're not going to see curvy because the earth's too biggy. He keeps on this. Look at Nathan's look on his face and Patrick. That's too funny. It just whistling past. Not only all the how would we say, the scriptural arguments from the Globetards, he's going to bring up a little bit later, about buildings and boats being blocked by it, right? And the torpedo argument, they don't recognize it. That's why he's still saying the earth is too biggy, no CE curvy. It's moronic.
That distance. Now, looking at an object like David's showing,
He's not showing an object. Those were transmission lines. And transmission line towers.
Right? We have this curvature that's going over the horizon.
Yeah, that's right. But you said we can't see it because the Earth's too biggy, remember? What's he going to say?
Why is that happening?
Yes, that's the question to you. Why did that contradict you? No, he's asking the question to them. You can't make this up, man. Let's hear that again. Oh, let's pull a J.
Looking at an object like David's showing, right? We have this curvature that's going over the horizon.
Yeah, that contradicts your argument, like I said.
Why is that happening?
That's our question to you, to reconcile the paradox.
What?
But he's putting it to them. Now, let's see what happens. I forgot.
It's not. It's the horizon. The horizon's not Earth curve.
See, I think Patrick's on it. He caught it, but Nathan, you didn't catch that. Yeah, you didn't catch his contradiction. He's shifting the burden of proof again for his idiotic claim. If you can believe it.
If the horizon was Earth curve, then
Patrick down here.
every distance to horizon measurement could be no more than 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet.
You didn't listen to him, Nathan. He train wrecked himself and you didn't listen.
And in the black swan imagery, we can show that the distance to horizon is beyond 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as it must be on a sphere Earth radius 3959.
Yeah,
And
I
actually, it was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to point out, Josh, you bring up these atmospheric disturbances, or
That's it. And Patrick didn't even go back and emphasize the point. So that's quite disturbing. That you had a golden opportunity to really slam these guys and you didn't do it.
you know, atmospheric conditions, water vapor,
Right.
carbon dioxide, whatever, clouds. Those things make visibility less, not more. So
Well, it
I really
depends.
think that
It depends.
What?
no, it doesn't. Those things really do make visibility less, period. I mean, I would just appeal to the common sense of the audience in this case. Clouds make it harder to see stuff. They don't make things appear that wouldn't normally appear.
Well, clouds and various different gases existing in the
Various different. That's redundant.
atmosphere are different.
And are different. That makes what?
What? Different things. Clouds are a concentration of water vapors, where
They
in
make
the sense of
visibility
You sure about that? That's incorrect.
less, not more.
clouds do. Yeah, absolutely, clouds do.
Atmospheric interference of all kinds.
What are you doing? You looking at birds through the clouds? What? Why are we on this clouds thing? Who knows?
Can you
reduces
look through
visibility.
a glass of water and have a magnification on the other end?
Okay,
On the other end, this is a false equivalence fallacy. Are there any glasses of water in your atmosphere? Paradox? This is just your garden variety false equivalence fallacy. Did he ding him? Let's go back.
Lines
Can
reduces
you look through
visibility.
a glass of water and have a magnification on the other end?
okay. May I?
He did ding him. On what other end? Are you talking about the horizontal end or the vertical end? The vertical end being the table or what it's setting on? Or are you talking about the horizontal other side of the false equivalence fallacy?
May I just? It's atmosphere you're talking about.
No, I asked Patrick a question.
That's,
That's what I'm asking.
it's irrelevant.
It's a false equivalence fallacy. Unless he can show glasses of water in his fairy tale atmosphere.
It's
My
not
question-
irrelevant. Can I look through a water glass and is the object on the other end?
Is he trying to argue for some kind of glass dome or something?
No, he's arguing a false equivalence fallacy because they got it from Reddit. Because they think refraction's, they don't know what refraction is. No Baltard in 8 years has given me the correct definition of refraction. Not a single one. So this is just the garden variety false equivalence fallacy. That's it.
something like what? Or is he saying that it is irrelevant because it's a non-congruent argument?
Oh, shut up. We're fiving them.
Clearly, because is just causing this unique individual.
Takes place through the atmosphere.
Okay,
Yes.
so, thank you.
Thank you. You just confirmed his false equivalence fallacy.
Okay, can I get to
I
the
definitely
fallacy
agree with
now?
Okay,
I was
so-
told I wasn't allowed to
exactly.
interrupt.
So I was correct on that premise when I
Your false equivalence fallacy, you didn't have a premise. You had a false equivalence fallacy. That's it. Josh.
said that.
Yes.
Other than the fallacy
Now-
you used, which obviously I'm never going to get to
And then another fallacy you used was atmosphere.
ever address. So you said atmo, what now?
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere?
Atmosphere.
So do you believe that sphere-shaped air is something we experience?
It's just look at him. It's starting to spin, right? That caper-sized piece of horse shit starting to spin around in there. What's coming out?
Why didn't you explain to me what you perceive to be?
Is that a shifting the burden fallacy again?
It's your word. You said atmosphere. What do you think that means?
That is the amount of gases that are held within the earth by gravity.
Hell.
Oh, God. So here we go. This gravity thing is going to send us down another incoherent road. But he did it. They fell for it. So here we go.
Gravity doesn't hold anything. It's not a force. There's no scientific
Oh,
evidence
really?
of gravity.
Really?
Middle of a
Yes, really. Shut your mouth. The dumbest person in the world so far.
statement.
So
Middle of a statement. My bad.
so-
Okay.
Here we go. They're gonna, because they could sense that Nathan's gonna hammer them, right? So they both start with their diarrhea of the mouth.
It's me
Well, I
being
don't
a dick
know.
wanting to make a
How
full
do I call
statement
gravity?
contradicting you. Obviously, that's me being a dick. No, there is no force
that's
of
fine.
gravity.
No, go
Well,
right-
that was you,
can-
My
There
bad.
they go again.
Still in the middle of the same sentence. Obviously, this is me being a dick. Maybe this is me interrupting you. So gravity's not a force.
Which you've been doing the whole show.
My bad.
but
That's the
okay.
fourth attempt.
So they've been interrupting him during the whole show. Put him on mute, and Josh, dickhead, just charges Nathan with interrupting them. You can't make this up.
Gravity's not a force to hold gas in a sphere shape. Gravity is the bending of a conceptual medium known as pseudo-Riemannian force space-time derived in the mind's eye of Einstein in
Like he understands what Nathan's saying. Look at him. He definitely doesn't.
mathematics. It's a fourth-dimensional geometry. Meanwhile, in reality, we live in a three-dimensional Euclidean reality. There is no dimension of time to bend. Even if we could bend time as a dimension in a Euclidean four-space geometry, it wouldn't be a container for gas. Gas isn't held by pseudo-Riemannian four-space time bending in an Einsteinian gravitational dimension. Further to that, the notion that gas being held, i.e. gravity is a force, was debunked by Einstein 108 years ago. Mass does not attract mass. That's a Newtonian concept of gas. Pressure being held because of its weight going down towards the center of Earth.
I'm not sure Newton claimed that either.
What the hell are you doing? Oh, all right. Yeah, I forgot about this. So he's pulling up. By the way, you got this either directly or indirectly by me. I found this. Right? It's the letter. 'Tis inconceivable that inanimate brute matter should, without mediation of something else. You know where he's going. So he's gonna needle Nathan and say, well, Newton didn't believe that. Well, Nathan is talking colloquially because no one's going to understand that it's Reverend John Michel, CV Boys, Cavendish gravity. So he's using Newton as in Newtonian mechanics to express, because that's how it goes in Globetardia. That's what they use. They call it Newtonian mechanics, mass attracting mass. So your feeble attempt here at splitting hairs with Nathan over what he just said is pathetic. Clown. I'm going to 5 you.
Didn't he say that he didn't want gravity?
I'm 5ing him.
Nathan years ahead.
Superseded 108 years ago by Einstein when he developed the fourth dimensional space-time bending, which is not a force and is definitely not a container to hold gas in a sphere shape. So your oxymoron, sphere-shaped air, is merely a begging the question fallacy to allow you to describe atmospheric conditions as based on an R value, a sphere value.
What's the problem here? Why do you get a fallacy for that? He's exactly correct. There's no fallacy, you idiot.
I'm going to dispute this as well.
Really?
Even though most of what Nathan is saying here is true,
Like all of it, and there were no fallacies.
it's still going to fall under. I'm throwing this under No True Scotsman. And
This isn't a no true Scotsman fallacy. If you would have said it was spicy mustard, it would have been more coherent. You clown. You idiot subscribers to this mind dump. You need to have him start putting these fallacies up and then connecting them with what the people are saying. He won't do it because he doesn't know what they are and they're out of context. It's non sequitur. Ding! I'm five of them.
semantics fallacy is true in the air. That's why, because what object is how
Just
obnoxious bully
incoherently goes
honor here.
on.
You can't be doing.
Shut up!
Refraction rate at 7/6 of the radius in sphere-shaped air. Atmo, air, sphere, a shape. Air doesn't take the shape of a sphere, it takes the shape of its containment. If the gas was in a sky vacuum, we'd have none to breathe. We'd all be dead, because gas fills space. Gravity's not a force. Bending fourth dimensional space-time doesn't hold it in a container.
And if I could say something else, Josh, you do bring up the concept of gravity, and that's what holds our so-called atmosphere here. I would ask you, what evidence do you have that gas gets acted upon by so-called gravity?
Air.
What?
Air.
What?
Folks, listen to this, man. We're gonna pull a J. Listen to the question and the answer.
What evidence do you have that gas gets acted upon by so-called gravity?
What evidence, Josh, do you have that gases get acted upon by so-called gravity? His answer?
Air.
I gotta snatch that. 210. Write that down. Time. I gotta get that. 210. 44. All right. One of the dumbest things I ever friggin' heard.
What?
What?
Air.
That's not an answer. What evidence do you have that gas gets pulled on by gravity?
Okay.
Okay. Here comes some bullshit. Watch this.
Let's extrapolate this.
Let's extrapolate. Can we have you spell that, Josh? We want you to spell extrapolate. Idiot clown.
Because I like looking at conceptualization of ideas.
He likes looking at the conceptualization of ideas.
What?
Conceptualization of ideas.
At least MindSTOMPED got on this.
Is it possible to make a statement that makes less sense than that? I mean,
Yes, you made a number of them through part 1 and part 2, and certainly today you have, yes. Sure you have. About the true horizon, that was one of them. And your precipitation, where there was no precipitation, yeah, you're in the same vicinity. Sure.
did this guy go to the same demagogue school as Michael Sartain? I mean, I realize he has a mental disability, but still,
So do you.
it's like he's got a mental disability, and
A mental disability squared? So do you.
obviously some narcissistic issues here because his ego's
Well,
got him on really short strings.
You'll have that. No. My dark friend here, Josh, is his spider monkey, and his own damn humors are swinging him by the tail. That's what we got here.
You could see the pain in his face, like right before he started just throwing out words with multiple syllables to try to make himself sound smart. Again, I really can't attack this poor guy. I mean, he's clearly...
Here we go with the white knight retard sympathizer again.
Got a severe mental disability, self-esteem issues.
Who
like,
gives a shit? I'm 5 of them.
It's like, I don't want to pick Josh. I mean, who thinks, like, it's just, what? I mean, this...
Flat Earth.
All right.
I got to see it, right?
Let's go back. Let's see if he got his answer.
What? I mean, this is tough.
I got to see it, right? We got to...
Whoa, I have to go back 1 second. Sorry, folks. All right, let's try that.
Yeah, this one's tough. This one's tough for a lot of different reasons. I mean, yeah, it's even his answer, air proves air. I mean, what?
No, he didn't say air proves air. Patrick asked him what proof does he have that gravity affects air? That's the question, not that air proves air. No, that gravity is somehow attracting air. That was the question. You can't, it just happened a few seconds ago and you're off the reservation, mind stump.
What? I mean, this is tough.
Yeah, mainly because of you.
Got to see it, right? We got to see it.
You got to see it. You just talked about the conceptualization of ideas. How do we see the conceptualization of ideas? Please, floor is yours.
What?
On a flat Earth.
Here we go on another red herring fallacy. He's going to divert away from the question and ask Patrick another a question.
Right? And this is maybe where we begin.
What?
What?
Let's fiver.
Flat Earth.
This is tough.
I got to see it, right? We got to see it. On a flat Earth. Right? And this is maybe where we begin.
What? I don't it was unintelligible.
On a flat Earth, what is holding us down?
See, you're going to let him Jedi mind trick you again with another shifting the burden of proof fallacy away from the point, aren't you? Patrick, you're going to do that.
What do you mean? What's holding us down? Gas is expanding in all directions. It's not going down. We're talking about gas.
No. We're talking about gas. We know that's not what you asked. We're trying to stay on point. Good job, Nathan. Get him.
Why are my feet on the ground and when I jump up, I fall back down?
You're more dense
Why
than the
is
air
that
you
happening
jumped.
on a
See, you fell for it. He won by attrition. The more he asked his shifting the burden of proof question, you fell for it. Now we're completely off of gravity holding on to gases. That's your own fault.
Because you're more dense.
Is that happening on a
Okay, I'm trying to answer. Because you're more dense than
You're
air.
more dense.
You're more dense than air.
So you're saying that
I'm still in the middle of
force that's
answering
actually
you.
pulling
Okay, it's
down-
more than 1 or 2 words. You want to call me a dick again? Because I'm in the middle of saying something and you can't help
I never
talking through
called
me
you a dick,
every
by the
single
way,
time I
but
try and
anyways,
address you.
That was
You've
me.
asked
You
me
can't be
why.
So they're talking through him, trying to figure out who called Nathan a dick.
Why do I go down on a flat earth? Do I only get 10 seconds to answer?
It wasn't 10 seconds. It was 2 or 3 words.
Go. I'm
Go ahead.
waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to shut up. So you are more dense than the medium of air. If you jump into a pool of...
You see, Josh the retard, Jedi mind trick, both of them, Nathan and Patrick. Listen, you're in this video. I got to critique everything. So he successfully Jedi mind tricked these 2 guys into answering his dumbass question. Shifting the burden of proof away from him and his numpty bullshittery of air being attracted by gravity.
of water, you float. Because you're pretty much the same
I don't. I sink like a rock.
density as the water. You don't go down.
I do.
Meanwhile, helium balloons, if you let them go, don't go down either. And clouds and gas isn't going down with gravity. It's not going down 9.8 meters per second squared, in line with a 108-year out-of-date force pulling it, or a bending geodesic and fourth-dimensional space-time pulling it to the ground. Gas is created at ground level and goes up. So when you ask me why you go down through the medium of gas, what, are you going to ignore the gas in the puddles being created and going up to the clouds? They're not going down with gravity, are they?
So Nathan, can I ask you a question on this real quick?
Here we go with another question.
What is air?
What is air? You're gonna let him Jedi mind trick you with that one? My God.
An homogeneous anisotropic mixture of gases.
That's not what he asked you. That's what the fairy tale atmosphere is. He asked you, what is air?
What kind of gases?
What kind of gases? Why does he always lean over this way to talk when he has the same volume wherever he is? He's scary stupid.
All sorts of different gases. What's the point of this?
Like
It's
what?
not going down with
Like what?
gravity. It's not creating a sphere-shaped air. We haven't got atmosphere.
What are the gases? What are their colors? What are their social security numbers? Do they like pineapple upside down cake or not? And you got Josh, the ass clown weasel up here. He does know what's happening. This is pure diversion from a shifting the burden of proof fallacy foundation.
You seem to be focusing on something that I haven't claimed. This is all in regards to your claim that there's sphere-shaped air held by gravity. What's going on? Every single time I address anything that's put to me, it's two people talking at the same time. Everything I say triggers you, clearly. Yeah. The reason we're having this discussion is because there it goes again. There it goes again. The composition of air, when we're discussing sphere-shaped atmosphere made by a claim that you put to us.
What?
What's the relevance? Who cares what the proportions of air are? It's created at ground level and doesn't go down with gravity and form a sphere shape. That's your claim debunked. You're gonna.
Well, at least he got back to it, okay? Fair enough. Yep. That was your dumbass claim.
Concede that?
He's not going to concede that shit. He's too stupid to concede. He doesn't know what the word means.
Can I speak?
In the middle of me talking or when I've stopped? Obviously, you can speak. I've finished making my point.
You have stopped, so I'm asking you, obviously, can I speak? You talk about the medium of air. Air, you just said, is a combination of gases. But then you were saying that what we experience...
He's Jedi mind tricking you guys. You're allowing him to pull this shit. I understand, though. You'll get muted.
...as gravity is due to density. If that was the case...
What? What did he just say?
And you were saying that what we experience as gravity is due to density.
Nobody said that.
What?
If that was the case, then you would see a substrate of gases.
You don't know what substrate means. Oh, he's looking back up at the monitor. Some other ass clown is feeding him.
Firstly, you have nitrogen.
Firstly.
You have oxygen. These are two different elements on the periodic table.
Really? And so what?
Two different densities.
You don't know. No, they don't. You don't know what density is. God.
You have water that is in air.
Water? Can you point that out on the periodic table?
That is at a very larger density.
That is a very larger density. You don't know what density is. You're a moron.
Why aren't they separating through the densities of what you just talked about?
Why aren't the densities separating through the density? He is your destiny. He is your density. Sorry. The butt boyfriend up here, Denise.
I already answered you when I said it was an anisotropic inhomogeneous mixture of gases. Gases of air have gaps between them. They disperse. It's a law of nature. It's called entropy.
Air
and there we go again in the middle of my sentence. Obviously, halfway through the sentence, you need to be talking.
Yeah.
You done? You done? Can I talk? Are you done? Have you finished? Do I have your permission to talk? Do I have your permission to finish the sentence?
No, what you're saying is making any sense.
No, I do not have permission to finish this sentence. Okay, so I don't have permission to talk. Okay, I understand.
Wow.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, and you're the captain of it. That's why it's hilarious. You weasel ass clown. You just indicted yourself.
Would you
Okay,
like to
we
chime on
started.
what I was asking?
I'll answer you, Josh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Number one, you asked why we go down.
Why we go down? Why didn't we answer his question or his claim? Because he successfully Jedi mind tricked you guys.
We're more dense than air, just like Nathan said.
Right.
We live in a density gradient. Denser things go down, less dense things go up.
Correct.
Shut up. Correct. Like you're the teacher here in charge. You dumbass clown. You stupid clown of a dumb fuck. Do it again.
Okay? Very important. Gases do not fall to the earth. Period. Gases
His eyes just rolled in the back of his head. You couldn't see it because Nathan's name's up here.
expand in all directions. Entropy increases. You cannot have gas pressure.
He's got his hand up for a question. Because he's going to mind-numbingly divert away again. Look at this, folks. That's a nightmare. Freddy Krueger's blushing.
Without containment. The heliocentric model claims that the gas that we are breathing
Heliocentric model, let's see that. And it doesn't claim anything.
is immediately adjacent to a 10 to the minus 17 torr vacuum. That is not possible. And there is no evidence that so-called gravity causes gas to go down. Otherwise, we'd be sweeping up gas from the floor. Gas goes up, gas goes down, gas goes to the side, it goes everywhere. There is no evidence that the sky is a vacuum. There.
All right, going to take a break. Let's see who else is out here. Give a stopper. Right, all right. Air is air, correct. What? Huh?
What?
Oh, boy. Dudes, we've been going, it doesn't seem like this, for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Can you believe that? I'm starting to get a little hungry. Getting a mite peckish. Can you play your short? No, I'm doing a treatment. What do you mean play your shorts video? What shorts video? Oh, thanks. We got super chat, super fluid, super modal. 4 more hours. So you got your short. What's your shorts video about? Is it on topic? Hold on.
Space-time doesn't hold it in a container.
Yeah, it is on topic. Okay, I'll go back 1 second. Well, it's not a big deal. All right, hold on a second. Nathan wanted to play this. Let's check it. Here we go.
And if I could say something else, Josh, you do bring up the concept of gravity, and that's what holds our so-called atmosphere here. I would ask you, what evidence do you have that gas gets acted upon by so-called gravity?
Air.
What?
Air.
That's not an answer. What evidence do you have that gas gets pulled on by gravity?
Air.
Space-time doesn't hold it in a container.
And if I could say something else, Josh, you do bring up the concept of gravity, and that's what holds our so-called atmosphere here. I would ask you, what evidence do you have that gas gets acted upon by so-called gravity?
Air.
What?
Air.
That's not an answer. What evidence do you have that gas gets pulled on by gravity?
Air.
Space-time doesn't hold.
There you go. Good one. Yeah, I like the short. I said it's molid. Super molid. Dan, the numbers are starting to pick up now. I'm getting hungry. I want to go. No, he didn't say hair. He said air. All right, since the numbers are picking up, I guess I could stay. You're gonna have to give me a couple minutes, dog. Suck down something real quick. All right, give me 2 minutes. Okay. All right, I'm back. Super chat, super food, super molid. From Slow Mo Moon Buggy. Says thanks, you. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. I guess I can go for a few more minutes. I snuffed a couple orange slices down real quick. And you know what I did? Because you got orange juice all over your fingers when you're eating them by hand. You know, I got to go wash my hands so I don't stick to everything, right? So whenever I hit the dam to wash my hands, and the water's so damn cold, right? Because it's been so cold here today, you're like, oh, God, hurry up. You can't even get the soap off. It just freezes to your fingers. That sucks. There's got to be a way to make it like hot water should be right there, right when you need it, right? Not hot water. You know what I mean. It could be a little warm, right? Oh, super chat, super fluid, super molid. From Roger, thanks, man. Science equal people. Okay. Yeah, I'm just complaining. All right, let's get on with it. Time we go. All right, let's see where we go so I don't get any phone calls. We got that in ship shape. Here we go.
So, Patrick, do you have a...
What's that? So, Patrick, here comes another question to divert away again.
carbon monoxide detector in your house?
Do you have a carbon monoxide detector in your house?
What?
Oh, he's going to train wreck. I forgot about this. He's going to train wreck himself, and Mind Dump is already train wrecked him here.
No. Okay, I do. We put them on the bottom outlets. The reason
On the Bauta outlets? Is that what he said?
What?
Let's Fiverr.
The reason is because carbon dioxide. Okay, I do. We put them on the Bauta outlets.
That's what he's on the Bauta outlet. I don't know what. What?
What?
The reason is because carbon dioxide is a heavier gas than air. And
wait a second. Did he change it to carbon dioxide? Hold on a second. Let's pull it, Jay. He started with carbon monoxide. Did he switch over?
do you have a carbon monoxide detector in your house?
No.
Okay, I do. We put them on the Bauta outlets. The reason is because carbon dioxide is a heavier gas.
The reason he puts carbon monoxide detectors on the Bauta outlets is because carbon dioxide. You can't.
What?
Oh boy. Well, let's kill one of them. And he posted this. Why carbon monoxide CO alarms don't need to be installed near the floor. That's Josh's Bauta outlets. There's a myth that carbon monoxide alarms should be installed lower on the wall because carbon monoxide is heavier than air. In fact, carbon monoxide is slightly lighter than air and diffuses evenly throughout the room. You clown of a dumbass. Good job.
Gas than air and falls down to the floor.
The gas falls down to the floor, falls down, goes boom, boom, goes splash, splash.
No, it doesn't.
When they're talking about global warming and they measure carbon dioxide's
Now we're on carbon dioxide. He screwed it up before with carbon monoxide.
levels on the surface level, they're measuring them at the surface level.
No, they're not.
Yes, they expand. They can be.
No, they don't. And then he pulls up NASA, and these measurements are from the mid-troposphere. It's 8 to 12 kilometers above the ground, so he screwed himself again. Can't make this up, folks.
Be expanded up. They can be expanded down. But heavier gases do fall down.
Heavier gases do fall down.
What?
So how does that contradict anything they said?
It directly contradicts what we said. Because gases don't fall down, go boom, boom, go splash, splash, mind stump, idiot.
If something is lighter, like a helium balloon,
Shut
goes
up, I'm five
he's
of them.
arguing is what maybe going to do. We're watching, and he's being understand
Containment.
Let's go back.
hate on this guy.
There you go.
No, they
You
do
cannot
not.
have gas pressure without containment. Do you
I'll
agree?
try and address this. Keep saying it and you're not addressing it. Saying gases go down, like carbon monoxide. No. Carbon monoxide, when introduced in a high quantity to other gases that are already existent.
He
in it-
just dropped his sippy cup and it tipped over. Did you see his reaction? Watch. Listen and watch.
Carbon monoxide, when introduced in a high quantity to other gases that are already existent in a
Oh, boy.
contained system, can form at the bottom. Same with sulfur hexafluoride. But all gases, without exception, will disperse into whatever volume they have. With time, all of that carbon monoxide will disperse throughout the containment, without exception. It's a law of nature. It's the second law of thermodynamics. Dispersion. It's a law of nature. So saying it forms puddles, no, it does not.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this then.
Uh-oh, another question.
If something is heavier, more dense, falls down, is it not being contained by the substrate above it?
He doesn't know what a substrate is.
Right, substrates of gases don't contain other gases. They have gaps between them. Gases can't contain gas. They're just a gap. That's all it is. Molecules moving through gaps. So how's it being contained by a substrate of other gases?
What
when it's an
gaps?
when it's an anisotropic, inhomogeneous mixture of gases. When you go up to the very highest heights, there isn't a layer of different gas. It's all one mixture. It's all mixed up. The only place you find that is where the gases are produced. So if you have a
He's reading something up there.
carbon monoxide leak into a house,
There he goes
it's
again.
trying to disperse already existing gases
Correct.
in a contained
Shut up. Correct your ass.
system. So you'll have a higher concentration where it's being introduced. Likewise, on a much bigger scale, you've got a higher concentration of water vapor pre-conversion layer at the cloud substrate, if you want to call it that. But there's still a mixture of all of the different gases at all quantities, at all levels, because it's an anisotropic, inhomogeneous mixture of gases. Meanwhile, to have this dynamic system, we must have containment. If the sky was a vacuum, as is claimed to be a place you can take pictures of Earth as a sphere from space, that's a space that gas would fill, then all of the gases we have here breathing at pressure would fill that space. Because what are they pressing on? At the top, where there's the Kármán line, an arbitrary point that they say forms the volume of the gas that we all breathe. Well, volume is the amount of containment for the gas. The Kármán line is not a container, and gravity is not a force. So we don't have a sky vacuum. The sky is not a vacuum. If it was, the gas would fill it. We'd all be dead.
And just something helpful that, again, they should just introduce at the beginning. When someone's done speaking, they should just say done.
Shut the
Because
hell
sometimes
up.
when you're done.
Space is
There's a lot of arguments coming in. I want to just quickly return back.
Why didn't you deal with the argument with the rebuttal to all your dipshit arguments? Now you just go straight to your idiot arguments from chat. Why didn't you deal with what he just said? It train wrecks the entire heliocentric baltard spinning space monkey religion. But no, let's go to chat for other arguments.
Back to the causeway.
Back to the causeway. Or the transmission lines. Boy, this sure looks like the causeway. Makes more sense than the transmission lines, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Just for the benefit of the listeners, if you would like to check this out, this has already been modeled out and thoroughly documented.
Modeled out. This isn't a model, and this is the coward Walter Bislin's page. He's a science illiterate and a coward. Back in the day, I caught him in a thread. I think it was on Taboo Conspiracies video, right? He opened up a thread on there, opening post, and I caught him. I mean, just like he must have just posted it. He was talking some bullshit. I said, Walter there, Bislin, what's the scientific hypothesis? Right? So no answer. And I said, dinner was coming. So I took off, came back like 45 minutes later, and I had all kind of notifications up on my bell, and I hit the notifications, right? And there was like 6 or 7 people posted after me. So it was Bislin, then me, and about 6 others that posted after me. So I hit one of the posts, and it took me to Taboo Conspiracies video, but it didn't take me anywhere. You know why? Bislin deleted his post, which deleted every other one's post. He is an abject coward and a moron of epic proportions. He's geometrically illiterate also. And this isn't a model, you clowns.
Over at Walter Bislin's blog. I'll drop all the links afterwards. And what this is a curvature app simulation.
Curvature app simulation. That's what we need more, simulations.
Based on the observations that were made.
Based on observations that were made? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because you're talking about a simulation. So how does that make any sense?
The help of a simulation, I'll just read this out. With the help of a simulation, I show up to what altitude the Earth appears flat.
With the help of a simulation? Why are we using simulations?
Although it actually has a spherical shape.
It actually has a spherical shape. Really? Show. Are you going to show it in reality or with a simulation?
Using some animations, you can learn how to recognize.
Using animations, that's cartoons, folks. Animations are cartoons.
The curvature of the Earth, or in what circumstances it.
And learn how to recognize the curvature of Earth through cartoons. That's what he's saying here.
It appears flat. The simulation can also simulate refraction.
Refraction has nothing to do with this. nothing whatsoever to do with this. If you would have brought up triglycerides, it would have been more relevant. Walter Bislin doesn't know what refraction is. You don't. Josh, mental retard, doesn't. No baltard, as I said previously, knows what refraction is, period.
And I prove by means of photos how the simulation.
Prove what by photos? You prove how the simulation. Let me get that. We'll pull a fiver.
The simulation can also simulate refraction.
The simulation can also simulate. Yeah. Yeah, the simulation can also simulate.
What?
And I prove by means of photos how the simulation depicts reality by
Photos depicting reality. Okay. Are they simulations?
What?
superimposing the simulation results onto actual photos.
So you superimpose simulations onto photos, and that proves something? I think that's a non sequitur.
So this is how it goes. So if we go to the causeway.
Oh, at least he got the right one. That's the causeway, okay. You ever been on there? By the way? I have about 25 times.
This is Lake Pontchartrain, and they're just showing you.
Isn't this I-10? If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. It's been many years.
The different measurements here. And
different measurements where? Where's the measurements at?
But without accounting for apparent horizon to true horizon.
Oh my God! Shut up! I'm gonna 5 him. He's getting 5, dudes. I can't put up with him anymore.
Is very controls experiment. Ism it does. I'm kind of looking for it. Apparently for that.
And rebut it.
Yeah, I mean this is tough. This is tough.
Shut up.
The perspective. So
and perspective. There's no perspective in here. There's no perspective in Earth curve calculators. Baltards cannot appeal to any perspective. There is no perspective on their globetard. None. 0. If you think there is, I want them to point it out in any of their Earth curve calculators, the spinning ball space monkey ones. Good luck trying to find it. You'd have better luck sprouting broccoli from your armpits.
Let the model go through real quick, and then
This isn't a model. You don't know what a scientific model is. This isn't one.
You guys can come in and rebut it.
Rebut what? It's not a model. It's pseudoscience. It's horseshit. We ain't rebutting simulations, clown.
And you can even go in and you can toggle your height.
You can toggle simulations. That's wonderful.
Right?
Right.
So that you can get the idea.
Oh, we got the idea.
You can zoom. And I'm just bringing this.
Wow, that's awesome.
Up. I don't have to go through the whole thing. Like,
why not? Yes, you do. Your superficial friggin' Google search isn't going to save you here, numpty.
It's all broken down.
What gets all broken down? What's all this shit? Huh? What's this?
Math is here.
The maths. The maths are here to save the day. What maths?
How the values were determined.
What values? We going to go into some of them? Let's validate them.
What the images are. What the
images are? Don't we know what the images are?
Equations are.
Equations. What's an equation? And how does it pertain to this topic? I see globe horizon. That's an oxymoron right here. There can't be globe horizons. Because globes have sphere. Curvature. Can't have curved horizons there, numpty dipshit. It violates a number of things, including the slope-intercept formula. You dumbass cracker.
Right? All of this stuff.
Right? All this stuff. Now we're getting into the white paper technical language.
Refraction is all.
Refraction. Refraction has nothing to do with this. If you would have brought up spicy mustard, it would have been more relevant. You don't know what refraction is. Neither does Bislin.
Included. So it's just a tool.
You're a tool.
That was created based on a model.
It's a tool that was created based on a model. Where's the model at? That's non sequitur.
That made predictions,
Models don't make predictions.
and then they went and validated those predictions.
They did. Where'd they do that at?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Without accounting for independent variable, dependent variable, and controls.
Independent variable and controls. This isn't an experiment, you numpty dipshit. Boy, he can parrot off those things, right, that he got from me, either directly or indirectly. This doesn't have anything to do with that. Nothing.
That's not validation. And is this truly scientific in nature?
Hell no, this ain't science, it's a simulation. You don't know what science... Remember we established you had no idea what science, the scientific method, natural science, hypotheses, you didn't have a clue. That's already... That hay's already in the barn with that. So shut up.
If it doesn't account for all variables. I mean, Whitehead
I'm five of them.
himself said it can't just now around that look unicorn, you measure the leaders and the actually unicorn.
It's been repeated multiple times with photos and video.
Photos and video of what?
It's been repeated multiple times.
Repeated multiple times. What do you do? Click the camera multiple times? Is that what you're talking about? Friggin' Egypt?
Over a period of time, and they get the same results.
Same results. Like what? Like these results. This one, do they get these results every time? Love it. Go ahead and toss that watermelon size hanging curveball one more time for me. Babe Ruth will blush.
And so, and there's numerous areas. There's another lake that there was another experiment that was.
There's another lake and another. This nothing to do with an experiment. Nothing. You're scientifically illiterate. That was shown in the beginning of this video.
Done.
So if they repeatedly calculate the apparent horizon as if it were the true horizon.
Oh
when
God, nope. Fiverr.
it's not. Does still like the to all this guy's intelligence, but
As well. But anyway,
I think he's intelligent enough to understand all this.
He's not intelligent. He's a numpty dipshit. He's dumber than you are. Right around the Josh level.
No,
that we can bring up as well. But anyways, just so that you have a place to go and look
Just so you have a place to go to look at simulations.
into this, because there's answers to the claims that are being made here.
What answers? What claims are being made, first of all? And then what's the answers? Yeah?
What?
And that's where we are. And this is where this debate has been stuck.
No, it's not. This debate hasn't been stuck there. We crowned them and destroyed them back in 2016. Idiot.
For years, is that
For years. Really, show.
one group is saying this is the way the math has to be done.
One group is saying this is the way that math has to be done. And then what?
This is the way we have to calculate it.
This is the way we have to calculate it. This is just all non sequitur.
The other is saying, no, you're missing this data. And
No, we're missing this data.
What?
there's been a gap between this debate in that
No, there hasn't been a gap. The only gap, and it's an unfordable one, is between your ears. That's the only gap here.
regard for a long time. So this
Shut
means
up.
that each and every one of us, the viewers, have to go and try to verify that for
Verify what? The gap?
themselves. I'm not saying just believe a model.
Well, you don't have a model to believe in. Right? And that's all you've been posting here. You've been appealing to models the whole damn time.
But the model represents, if the model's accurate,
Now, if the model's accurate that you don't have, because you don't know what a scientific model is, you're scientifically illiterate.
Ooh, yeah. What's that word there? If. That's a
If you caught on just to that, you would.
big if.
Where's the precipitation at in the true horizon? I'm 5 of them. I'm finished with his dumbass.
Unicorn moon juice pop consistently.
Unicorn
and you repeat the
moon
measurement.
juice.
and when you go to the reality, to the real world and document it, if you can debunk the model or you can prove it.
We could debunk the model. Now we're back on the models again. I thought we didn't have to deal with them. There isn't any models in here anyway.
Correct. And you have to do it through repeatable experiments.
What a clown, dumbass. Shut up. Why I slap you, you half a sissy.
Only if you have the variables accounted.
Shut up.
Debunk away.
If the Earth was a sphere with a radius of 3959
Here comes the debunk.
miles, as depicted in the begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking Walter Bislin model, then every distance to the horizon could be no more than 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, exactly as dictated in Walter Bislin's model. The distance to the horizon in the Black Swan
Walter Bislin doesn't have a model, but I understand you're appealing to them. I got it.
is beyond the geometric limitations of a globe Earth, radius 3959, as depicted in Walter Bislin's crappy, begging the question, proof of nothing, perspective hijacking Earth curve calculations in his model. Therefore, the Earth is not a sphere with a radius of 3959, and the horizon is not Earth curve.
I'd like to respond as well.
One sec, Patrick. I just want to point out that was that an ad hominem fallacy against Walter Bislin?
What?
No.
No.
No, that's not an ad hominem fallacy. I think he said crappy model. No, that would have to be against the person. I mean, on his person himself, not what he created.
Not at all.
He used the word crappy.
Yeah, he did. He used the word crappy, but not of Walter Bislin, just of his model. That's not an ad hom, you idiot.
That made it so. Hijacking.
Oh my God, this guy doesn't know what an ad hom fallacy is. He's a moron. Mind stump. You're getting 5.
Not necessarily.
Shut up.
How did
Could be no more.
I mean, I would count it as ad hom.
You would. You're an idiot.
Repeat
said
that
the
last
model was
sentence again.
If the Earth was a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, then every distance to horizon could be no more than 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as laid down in Walter Bislin's begging the question. That means he's assuming the outcome because it's got an R value in it. Proof of nothing because it assumes its outcome and has got an R value that can't be measured if the horizon's beyond the geometric distance laid down in these maths.
See, this is why even obviously Nathan is not correct about all of this.
Shut up. Yes, he is. He's exactly correct. You're a dipshit. You're
But
getting
let's
5.
like he's stick. I think individual possible debate like Josh. You're not. You need to break it down and
Shut up.
to fallacy. Just reference and help correct about it. Regurgitating all probably did. So just
My God,
regurgitate
shut up.
better. Somebody took the and want to his part if he to what arguments themselves.
He just won't shut
even
up.
if he wanted. But even if Nathan Oakley, whether or not this to actually a debate.
Angular size calculations.
Got it.
Walter perspective hijacking because there's no account for things reducing in angular size in Walter Bislin's begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking Earth curve calculations with a geometric horizon at 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet based on an R value that is acquired by a geometric calculation derived from a horizon distance measurement by Al-Biruni. Anything else?
And
Oh, you know what we should do? We should get in touch with Walter Bislin and have him come on and respond to that. But anyways, go ahead.
Brett, why? He's not going to come on anywhere. He's a coward. And he's dumb as shit. Right around Josh level. And this, what is this, like an innuendo type of deal? Well, let's get him on here, boy. I bet you he can deal a death blow. Fucking clown.
Go ahead,
absolutely.
Patrick.
That sounds delightful. I'd love to talk to Walter Bislin,
Ain't going to happen.
but I'd like to say this. Geometrically speaking, first of all, if you guys really have been looking at this subject for this long, you really should have known 8 inches per mile squared by now.
Duh.
But here's the thing. What happens when you talk to globers and you show them extremely distant objects that cannot possibly exist in the globe model? You cannot possibly see them. They would be obscured by the curvature of the Earth. They retroactively say, well, this time it's refraction bringing it closer to us, or this time it's this, that, or the other, or honestly, it's refraction over and over again. But we have...
Are you saying refraction isn't a thing, though?
Not in this topic, it isn't. Like I said, you don't know what refraction is. That's why you made that statement. Because you're a dumbass. That's why.
No, not in your
I'm
model.
not saying refraction isn't a thing.
Not in
I'm
your
saying
model,
it
it is.
doesn't.
That's right. Not in your model, it isn't. Not in your, and you don't have a model.
Magically, it doesn't magically delete Earth curve.
In your
So-
model, in Walter Bislin's model, you can look at the maths. I'm very familiar with Walter Bislin's maths. He used the same as Mick West in the metabunk calculation, same model. I have spoken to him about it and had him over a barrel when I pointed out
They're not models, but I understand why you said it.
that the assumption of the R value in his model isn't in any way proven or measurable. It's a begging the question calculator, same as Walter Bislin's. They're the exact same maths. So I have spoken to people who've made these calculations. Mick West is one of them. He made it clear to my audience in no uncertain terms that he begs the question of an R value for these mathematics. And that R value, as I stated earlier, was measured by Al-Biruni.
So here's the thing. I'm not sure how much David Whitehead understands. Now, see,
No, he doesn't understand anything. They don't understand nothing. Hasn't this shown you the whole time that these guys are clueless clowns? Hello?
Nathan Oakley's speaking a little slower now. This is a lot better.
I'm five of them.
I mean, it's better. And, like, because exactly whether he...
By way of acquisition geometric tangent point,
What's going on here?
Al-Biruni measured a geometric tangent point to the horizon to give you that R value. By way of acquisition of a height of the mountain measured from a flat plane with elevation angle measurements. So in order to derive the R value in these maths that you're saying that, correct me if I'm wrong, David, you said it was an experiment? It's not. Maybe you'd like to give us the hypothesis for Walter Bislin's model. There won't be one, you just don't know what science is. We do. On a daily basis on Flat Earth Debate, Nathan Oakley 1980 channel, we take apart clowns and their idiotic ideas of what science is.
Like you. Clowns like you. And mind dump.
Because we know what science is and how the globe Earth doesn't have any. Meanwhile, this non-science model, with its maths that I understand implicitly, has been debunked because you can't get the R value that the entire model's based on because you can't measure a geometric horizon to give you the R value. We debunked Al-Biruni by debunking the measurement of a geometric sphere at horizon at 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height and feet, as denied by one of this show host and affirmed by the other.
That's right. Yeah, nicely said.
We know what the globe Earth claims, you don't. We know how the Earth's measured flat with elevation angle measurements, to Polaris giving you your maps and models, including the globe. Your globe's a flat Earth model.
I don't know. I wouldn't go with model, but I understand why you said it.
Okay, real quick. Okay, Patrick, it's up to you. You want?
Okay, but no, what deal with what he just said? He just destroyed your entire spinning ball space monkey religion again. So Patrick, hold on, wait a second. Let's do this. Let's talk about this. Let's propose experiments, right? Idiot.
Want to go first? I want to let you respond to this, and then I have.
He's going on to a different topic after Nathan just destroyed it. Dudes. Yeah, you got that. You got that right. Yeah, we got Superchat. Superfluids. Let's see, we got science. Oh, we only got one more. That's the rebuttal whenever I bring up the method. We probably passed that up, Roger. I appreciate that. All right, guys, guess what? I'm getting too darn hungry. It's just the way it is. We've been going for almost 3 hours, and I'm beyond a mite peckish. I need no nutrition, no mission. You tracking with me? So keep a weathered eye out. The next episode, we're going to continue on this because I think it's a good example. We already destroyed Mind Dump, so it's far beyond him. But I think it's a good example of your typical globetards. If you could put this out to newbies, right, and have them take a listen to this, I think that would be a big help. I know it would be painful for them, but they need a wake-up call. And anyone that can fog a mirror is going to get a wake-up call from these idiots. So, like I said, I'll catch you on the flip side. Keep a weathered eye and ear out because it's probably going to come up quick. QE. Out.